Greetings, Divine Radiance. Notice I look like a deer stuck in the headlights just now. My son has been experiencing nosebleeds, and he just texted me to let me know his nose was bleeding again. So, yeah. Ooh, look at my pineapple top, y'all. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I am giving you an opportunity to get on. Hey, how are you? How are you? So who was on first? Spiritual, I saw your comment first. So I believe you were the first person on. So welcome. That means you get a single card pull. So yay. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Thank you for being here. Hi, Charmaine. Hi, Lacey. How are you? Hi, Phoenix. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Today I felt like a pineapple, y'all. So pineapple it is. How is everyone doing? Greetings, greetings. So we are going to do our Empower Hour. We meet every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Time for this Empower Hour. And then we do our mini reads after. And the first person on each week gets a single card pull. And then if you decide that you would like either a general or you have a question, they are $20 per question. So we do that at the end. So I'm so happy you're here too. Thank you, Lacey. And for those of you that are just joining for the first time, I am Nahkila Isha. I am a divine interpreter, psychic life coach, and mentor, assisting you with activating the divinity and wisdom within your soul so that you are empowered to create and live an abundant life. So thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. And for those of you that join every week, thank you so much for returning. I am so honored to serve you. So hey, Javi, if you guys haven't subscribed to Javi's channel, go ahead and do so. Also, Javi just posted a video here on the channel for you all to be able to take a peek at. So check it out if you haven't yet. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into your card pull, Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Okay. Spirit, what message do you have for Spiritual today? What message do you have for Spiritual? Ooh, that one just fell right on out. So it came in reverse, and you have the yin yang, right? And also you may be led to look up the number 22. Hi, Portia, welcome. But what I'm being told to tell you is that it's time for you to create more balance in your life between work and play. And it's coming through not necessarily as work and a job, but just like the day-to-day adulting things and playtime, right? And what Spirit is saying is it's not enough to go through the motions of a good time, but you're being called to actually enjoy yourself, right? So it's almost like being at a party and you're thinking about being somewhere other than that party, so you're not really having a good time. And Spirit is using that as an example of life, right? It's time to stop going through the motions of life and actually enjoy the life that you are creating. And if there's something about your life that you're not enjoying, Spirit is saying change it, create something different. You have the power. I'm being told to remind you, you have the power. And as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying, you know that from a conscious level, but it's more speaking into your unconscious, right? Those places where seeds were planted to make you believe otherwise, to connect those bridges so that internally and externally you feel the same. Also, I'm being told to tell you, you are a wonderful being, so allow yourself to be treated as such. Don't settle for anything less. And start with pleasing you, doing the things that make you happy. So today it's all about you having fun. Do something fun. Today is what I was just told to tell you. Okay, and so that is it. So that is your message today, Spiritual. Thank you for allowing me to serve you, and let me know how it resonates. So let's see. Hey, Pat, how are you? Hi. Okay, Charmaine said 222 was just posted in the Activating You group yesterday as the number of the day. I forgot who posted it. Yes, I thought that too. Anitra posted it. But Spiritual's not in the mentorship anymore, so she didn't see it because it was, it's a private group. Let's see. But yes, that did come to mind. Pat said, Nahkila, you're looking extra gorgeous today. Oh, thank you so much, Pat. I appreciate you. Spiritual said resonates. Thank you. And Spirit, you are so welcome. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. So how's everybody doing today? How are you doing? Pat said, I'm doing great. Just finished my walk. Feel good. Yes, I had an amazing walk today with my mom. I don't know if you all saw the videos that I posted from the workout, but there was a bonus message that came through. I don't know how many of you watch those morning inspirational messages that comes through at the end of the walk, but I don't know if you remember the message we got about seek and you shall find. And I was sharing how I noticed that I was taking on the energy that's in the collective, and I was searching for, like, are you racist? Are you racist? And I was encountering people that were. And so when spirit brought it to my attention, I shifted that and went back into my own energy, cleansed and released that energy. And I kid you not, today my mom and I, like, everyone we encountered were so nice and smiles and speaking, and it didn't feel like a forced speak. I mean, some people, they just won't speak. They won't smile. They look at you like you got boo-boo on your face, right? And that's what we have been experiencing because we were drinking the Kool-Aid, and our energy was vibrating a little low in that regard. And so today it was so beautiful. It was just amazing. Everyone was nice. And that is what I'm used to encountering because my energy is usually there. And so spirit was telling us to shift that so that we're in control of our experience, right? And when we're in that higher vibrating state, we're able to be a part of the solution as opposed to contributing to the problem, right? Because if my energy's low, I can't really do much good to make a difference, right? If I'm suspect of everybody, right? So that was just beautiful. It was so beautiful. When my mom knows, I said, Mom, you realize what's happening, right? We shifted our thoughts, we shifted our perception, we shifted our energy, and look at it. I get amazed every time as if it's the first time. Every time spirit shows me something that we know to be true, I'm like, yeah, come through, spirit. Woo! So yeah. So it's a good day. Good walk. Good walk. Let's see. Spiritual said, I watched it. Yes, I'm telling you guys, I can't make it up. Like literally everybody. It started when we got out of the car. This man had this little boy. I mean, it started there, and literally every person we encountered, we didn't encounter not one snotty person today, not one person who had an energy like, I ain't speaking to you, or I don't feel like being bothered with you. None of that. It was just beautiful, the whole entire walk, up and down. So it was amazing. My mom said, yes, people today were so nice. It was beautiful. Yes. Lacey said, I watched them and appreciate them so much. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you, Lacey. Javi said, I'm doing good here eating breakfast. Awesome. Awesome. So yes, you guys, again, if you haven't subscribed to the Inner Child Collective, that is Javi. Javi is a member of the AshworthScott Life Sculpting team. Please go on and subscribe to him. Check out his channel. It's amaze balls. Amaze balls. And Pat said, yes, it serves our good to keep our vibration high. Don't get dragged down into the collective consciousness. It's so true. And it's so easy, when certain things that are happening, they hit so close to home, right? But it's no different from the things that are happening within our home. And when spirit is talking to us about how do we keep our vibration up, right? How do we keep ourselves elevated? And so, sometimes we can get so caught up like a whirlwind, and next thing we know, we're swirling and we don't even realize we're swirling. But that's the beauty of that time of stillness and taking that time and space to allow spirit to speak, right? Because we're human. So we're going to naturally do human things. And as a human being, sometimes ego steps in and that vibration can lower. But if we're committed to that stillness, right? Committed to allowing spirit to speak and then taking heed and following what we receive, we'll be guided on how to shift our circumstances, no matter what. So for me and my mom, the circumstance that we were called to shift was the types of people we were encountering. We weren't encountering those types of people at first, but our vibration was in a different place, right? It was different. And as soon as it changed, we started vibrating and attracting a match, So spirit is just saying, no matter what it is, you have the ability to shift it. Just listen for the guidance or feel for the guidance and then do what you're told, right? Oh, you're so welcome, Javi. Sandra said, hello, everybody. Yes, suspect of everyone. And yeah, and spirit is telling us to release that because you know what? It's no different than, and we're just talking briefly about the race issues that have been going on since the beginning of time, but it's no different from someone saying, all this group of people are this way, right? It's no different from that. And so for us to assume that every group is to be punished for a section of that group, it doesn't serve our highest good. Let's forget about the collective for a moment and just focus on self. It does not serve us, right? It hinders our experience of joy and peace and balance. And Spirit is saying, in order for us to create shift, we're called to be in our place of joy, peace, and balance, right? So, yeah, I almost forgot about our breathing. You guys see me with the cards. It's like, come through, Spirit. Let's get to it. So, let's go ahead and start with our breathing. Let's see. Javi said there are 12 folks watching. Be sure to like and share the good word. Thank you so much, Javi. Thank you. Hey, Natalie. Natalie just hopped on, our good sis. So, if you guys haven't subscribed to her channel, please go ahead and do so. Javi, Natalie, both amazing, amazing, amazing. I trust them both with my readings. When you're not coming to me, go to them. Don't go to nobody else, just one of them. Oh my goodness. So let's go ahead and get started with our breathing, you guys. What I'd like you to do, if you're not driving, close your eyes, and I'd like you to inhale slow and deep. And as you're inhaling as slow and deep as possible, allow yourself to feel and visualize yourself breathing in love and light. You're going to do that through your nose, right? And then I'd like you to exhale slowly out through your mouth, as slowly as possible. That feels natural. And when you're doing that, just allow yourself to release all that's no longer serving you. Now, if there's something specific you're choosing to release, go ahead and focus on that, or you can keep it general and just have it be everything, right? So while you're breathing, I'm going to be sending you Reiki to your heart chakra and your solar plexus, but the energy is very intelligent, so it will travel wherever there's blockages or wherever there's healing that's necessary, okay? So let's go ahead. Inhale slow and deep, love and light. And exhale slowly out your mouth, releasing all that's no longer serving you. And again, breathe in that love and light. And as you continue to breathe in love and light and releasing all that no longer serves you through your exhale, I call on highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, ascended masters, and helpful companions, all of highest light and love. I call on you now to fill this space. I call on you now to use me as a vessel of highest light and love to deliver a message that is rooted in love, light, and truth of the highest form. I thank you for opening the hearts, the minds, and the souls of those that I'm called to serve today so that they may receive whatever message serves their highest good. I thank you, and so it is. So just go ahead and continue to breathe in that love and light. And when you exhale, as you release, just go ahead and allow your shoulders to relax. Just release all tension you're carrying in your shoulders and in your neck. Allow your spine to relax. And bring your attention to the top of your head. Bring it to your crown chakra. And give your crown chakra permission to open. Opening your crown chakra now. Being willing to be open to receive divine love and light pouring in through your crown. And just feel as that energy travels down to your third eye. Feel it traveling, extending out to your ear chakras. Feel it traveling down to your throat chakra, down to your heart, down to your solar plexus, down to your sacral. Feel it traveling down to your root chakra, down your thighs, your knees, and your calves. Feel it in your ankles and your feet. And just notice that tingling sensation as that loving divine energy reaches your feet. And notice that the soles of your feet began to sprout roots. Just allow those roots to grow from the soles of your feet, penetrating whatever surface your feet are resting on, and feeling those roots travel deeper and deeper down, penetrating Mother Earth and traveling down to her core. And just stop for a moment to send Mother Earth love, light, healing, and gratitude. And as you connect to her energy, feel her heartbeat. Feel how loving and nurturing Mother Earth's energy is, and just bring that energy up through those roots. Feel it traveling up through the soles of your feet into your ankles. Mother Earth's energy is felt in your calves and your knees, feeling it in your thighs. Feel it traveling up to your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your ear chakras, your third eye, and up and out your crown. And just allow Mother Earth's energy to find the energy of your highest source of love and light. Allow those energies to intertwine and dance. Just allow them to become one. And then feel as that energy pours back in through your crown, spreading throughout your entire cellular being. Feeling the blocks and the energies that no longer serve you loosening. So with every inhale, you'll breathe in love, light, and healing. And with every exhale, you'll release all that's no longer serving you. Setting the intention that this healing will continue throughout the rest of your day with gratitude and love, and so it is. And when you're ready, just go ahead and bring your attention back and tell me how you're feeling. So let's see. Oh, Natalie's driving. Okay, cool. So I know you didn't close your eyes. I know they still open. You good. You good. Javi said, it's been a while, Pat. It's been a while since I've been here, but I'm glad that I'm here. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so who's feeling better? That was a quick grounding exercise. We were able to just release some. Oh, thank you so much, Spiritual. Thank you for the donation. You know what? You are the first person that's utilized that button. Some of you may not know that that little dollar sign there, it's a way for you to donate. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, you're welcome. Look, the little thing is bending. That's cute. Yeah, that was a really quick grounding exercise, right? So that's how quick we can ground. And we feel more refreshed. We feel looser, lighter. You know what I mean? And it's a great way to release any energy that's not serving you. And then how much better does it get that when I inhale, I'm breathing in love and light. And when I exhale, I'm releasing and healing. I'm breathing in and out all day. So I'm receiving and releasing all day. So start your day with that quick grounding exercise. It'll make such a difference in life in general. Okay. So Spiro said, brought tears to my eyes. I need this today. Well, cancel, delete, need. It serves your highest good. And I'm so grateful that you're here, reconnected and in the fold. I have missed your energy, and it is an honor and pleasure as always to serve you. So thank you for allowing it. You know, you got work to do. You got a whole lot of work to do. You know, your purpose ain't waiting. It's not going to wait. It's ready for you to take hold, because it's a whole lot of souls that's waiting for you. So I'm just grateful. And, you know, we all go through a pause, and this is for all of us. Sometimes we go through a pause. Oh, did you guys see that? And I'm going to show you how it came out. So actually it was like more just like that. But when I grabbed it, can you see? Ooh, so which way? Okay, we're going to leave it sideways. Spirit, that happened to us once before. And Spirit said, nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. But we all have moments of pause, right? Ooh. Okay, which ones? The victory. Is it upside down? Spirit said, read it how you get it. And all of these. Spirit said, exactly as they are. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, so the pause, right? We all experience pause on this journey. Because if you think about all the work we're doing, for those of you that have began your healing journey, I mean, feet first, head first, together, right? That sounds strange. Feet and head, but you all in, right? You know how this journey has so much beauty that comes with it, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of shift. And when I say a lot of work, I don't mean it feels like, oh my gosh, this is a lot of work, but you're doing a lot of work. You're releasing a lot. You're feeling a lot, right? You're healing a lot. And then you're gaining so much, remembering who you really are as a soul and as a spiritual being, right? So we've talked about how when we're on this journey, there are times where spiritually we're excelling at a rapid rate, but then this physical body gets to a point where it's like, okay, hold up, let me catch up. I'm out of breath. Give me a minute. So then we pause. And some of us, depending on where we are in our journey, when we experience that pause, we start to beat ourselves up because we feel like I'm falling off, I'm messing up, I'm setting myself back. You know what I mean? And Spirit said, a pause is okay. Just don't stop. And when you're in that pause space, ask yourself, what am I going through and why am I here? Right? I've been in a pause state as far as like my energy. I felt like tired. About 2 days ago is when the tire started to lift. But it's just been this major pause in how my energy is always like, woo, you know? And I realized what's going on. I'm up leveling. That's what happens when you're about to up level. So don't hinder that up level by beating yourself up. Just flow with it. Flow with it. Let it happen. Right? I'm hearing let nature take its course. It's all a part of the journey, all a part of the journey. So let's see. Hey, Cheryl, welcome. Pat said, wow, I never knew that. When I hit the $, it says animated messages. Yes, that's what that's for. When we reached a certain level with our subscribers, that became one of the options that we had. So yeah, and spiritual was the first one to utilize. I feel like having a bell, to ring. So look, the first card we got is Door to Romance. And this card came in sideways. So why is it sideways, Spirit? Also, the number 33 is coming through. Okay, so I'm hearing romancing and the stone, right? And I know there's a movie with a similar title or a book or something like that, but Spirit is saying we're going to explain romancing and the stone. Let's start with the stone. Spirit is saying for some of us, our hearts have been hardened, right? Our hearts have been hardened, and we are seeking romance in life, whether it's romance coming from a love relationship or the concept of romance, which is joy, which is peace, which is unity, right? Just in life in general. Spirit is saying that there is no way for us to receive the joy that we're seeking out of life if our heart is hardened. So it's time for us to choose to heal us. We have been programmed to speak about change, seek change, right? Crave change, desire change, and some of us are still wanting change, right? But what Spirit is saying is that we speak about it, but we're not willing to be about it, right? Because it's so much easier to sit on the pity potty and woe is me, my life is not going great. But then when Spirit comes to you and says, this is how you shifted, you're looking at it like, I ain't doing that. No way. And Spirit's like, well, then how much are you really choosing to change, right? So what Spirit is saying is the quality of your life, it's all up to you, right? It's all up to you. Now I'm being told to talk about this in a romantic standpoint, the traditional sense. What Spirit is saying is, if you have not healed, at least to a certain degree, you are not ready for love. And I'm hearing India singing, I am ready for love, but I'm hearing the I am not ready for love, right? And here's the reason why. We've talked about this. We attract who we are, right? We attract who we are. We attract what we believe, right? We attract what we feel, what we see. So if you are not loving yourself enough to serve yourself or to put yourself as your top priority, if you are not loving yourself enough to allow Spirit to be your soul guide, well, then what you are going to receive is someone that's vibrating on the same frequency. So this is where we get that concept of my better half, right? Because we've been taught to seek love, right? And now here's the difference, seeking love and being open to love. We've been taught to seek love when we're only half of our whole selves, right? And when we come together as these halves, and we've talked about this, we don't create a whole, we create two half souls coming together thinking they're about to create magic. But what happens is there's chaos, confusion, and lack that's created. So what Spirit is telling you to do is to get yourself on the path of embracing your wholeness, your completeness, so that you're attracting someone that is there, right? Someone that is also there. Because if you're on that path, now the journey of healing, it never ends, right? We are whole, perfect, and complete. So it's not like we are to become that. We are just to acknowledge it and embrace that, right? And allow ourselves to continue to walk towards more of that. See? So when we're doing that, that's when we're going to attract the same, right? And you can work with two wholes coming together, because when one is down, the other one's up, and vice versa, right? So two whole and completes coming together to make magic, right? To make magic. So Spirit is saying it's all up to you. Now, here's the thing. The whole thing with healing has been coming through a lot lately because it's important, right? It's just important. How do we feel better? We heal. How do we create better? We heal. How do we give better, serve better? We heal. How do we receive better? We heal, right? It's the whole journey of our lives here in this human form is to heal so we can step into our divinity and begin living as such, the divine beings that we are. Now look at this. I'm walking on sunshine, yeah, and don't it feel good? So that's what I'm receiving for us, right? This is where Spirit is telling us we deserve to be. And Spirit is saying, what's stopping us, right? What's stopping us from stepping into those cleansing waters that are within our soul and doing what we must to get all that we desire and deserve? Why are we continuing to allow past experiences and people who don't know? I'm hearing SHIT about SHIT, right? Teach us how to love and feel about ourselves, right? Why are we doing that? And when Spirit said that, I don't know if you noticed the pause, because Spirit, I'm like, okay, Spirit, that's kind of harsh. And Spirit's like, let us finish, let us finish. So literally, when we think in terms of folks that don't know SHIT about SHIT, it's like, if I'm poor and I'm teaching you how to be rich, I don't know nothing about being rich if I'm poor. And now it's not to say financially poor, right? I mean mentally poor, right? Mentally poor. Because I can be poor, but if I have a rich mindset, right? And I'm connected to Spirit and I'm courageous enough to be guided and to take action, guess what? I ain't gonna be poor for long. Right? I'm here, watch my smoke, right? Watch me. I can show you better than I can tell you. But if I have a lack mindset, a lack mentality, and you're coming to me to learn abundance, right? So oftentimes people that teach us how to have low self-esteem is because they have low self-esteem, right? So why are we allowing someone who doesn't know anything about being elevated be the blueprint for what we believe or feel about ourselves, right? Spirit is saying you get to decide. And we're all aware enough at this point to know whether I'm there where I'm embracing it and I'm making a difference, or, right? Or whether or not I'm still stuck. Like, we're not living in the illusion where it's so deep. Those of us that are here now, I'm not saying people in the world are not, but anyone that is here watching live or on the replay, we are all at a point to where we are able to evaluate self enough to know when healing is necessary, right? Now, Spirit is saying, if it's necessary, evaluate what's keeping you from it, right? What's keeping you from doing it, right? That's the big picture here, because none of us are oblivious to it. Those of us with Spirit's like, yeah, it's time. Okay, so why I'm not doing it? That's the question, right? This is what you deserve. You deserve sunny days, even when it's storming outside, right? You deserve a happy heart, right? Even when no one else around you is happy. And that's the other thing Spirit is saying. Give yourself permission to be happy. Just because the majority may be sad, maybe in fear, maybe vibrating a little low, Spirit is saying it's okay to be happy. Those of us that are happy, we are the ones that are helping to keep that vibration going. And happiness, just like sadness, is contagious. I'm hearing step up, step up. And then I heard up, up and away, but I'm seeing like a hot air balloon and I'm feeling James and the Giant Peach, right? And so what Spirit is saying is that our imagination, I'm hearing, can be wild, and it can lead us to all the magical experiences that we never thought possible. Think about it. My mom and I were just telling you about our experience. Like, literally, once Spirit brought it up, it's like, oh, okay, got it. You're right. I was doing that. Ooh, let's shift it now. Like, literally now, right? And when that happens, I'm visualizing, hypnotherapists, right? When you go watch these shows, like, I don't mean like the ones that do it for healing, but you see the shows and they'll go, okay, now, and then they're just, right? So we have the ability to create that shift like that. We do, like that, right? It just takes practice, right? Once you claim it, it's done. But where the practice comes in at is sometimes those old ways might creep up, and you notice, not claiming that stinging thinking, release it now, right? And just start practicing that, okay? When something comes up that doesn't serve you, literally snap your fingers and say, I am releasing it now, choosing to release it now, letting it go now, right? Command yourself to release now, let it go now, right? And then watch how differently things start to change for you. Let's release that concept. I'm working on it. Do you hear what we just claimed? I'm working on it, as opposed to I am choosing to release it now, right? I'm choosing to release it now. There's a difference. I'm claiming I'm working on it, so I'm going to be forever working on it until I choose to release it now. All right. So let's see what you all are saying. Hi, Coretta. Welcome back. Let's see. Pat said, thank you, Spirit. I've been questioning the pause. Yes, it is a part of it. Is it a part? It is a part of it. Pat, and let's add another one. It is a part of it, Pat. All those P's, tongue twisters. Spiritual said, I have a phone call at 11, but once I'm done, I'll be back. Awesome. Awesome. Pat said, yes, we deserve joy, love, abundance, and happiness. And so it is. And so it is. Okay, now listen, you guys. We got the victory card and it came in reverse. It was down reverse, but we're going to go ahead and flip it up because we're not claiming that. We're not claiming victory in reverse. We're claiming all this. We choosing all the smoke, right? So also the number 10. What endings that are inevitable are you holding on to, right? What endings are you holding on to? The Spirit is saying it's time to let go of, right? We've had the message of, how sometimes we fear the unknown, but what Spirit is saying is there is nothing that is unknown when you're creating. Now, the only factor is the when, right? Spirit's like, we're going to keep it fun. We're going to keep you on your toes. We're not going to tell you the exact when, right? Because we're going to test your faith. If you knew when, it's like people that do things because they fear burning in hell, right? Or they fear an outcome. Well, the divine knows your heart, so it's just not the same. So Spirit is saying, let's see if you can stay the course even without knowing the when. When you trust and know, it's not an if, it's just a when. You can rest, you can relax, right? So when you're creating your reality, really, there is no unknown to fear. There's no unknown to fear. If I were to remain in the state that I was in before my healing, I don't know how long I could have remained on this earth in that state. I just don't, right? It was miserable beyond miserable to the 110th power, right? But, it takes courage for us to say, you know what? I've had enough and I'm moving forward. You know what? I had enough and I deserve more. And you know what? I am the one that is going to give me more. When we're children, we really don't have control. We're dependent on parents or guardians, right? Our everything is in their hands. But when we reach a certain age, my nose keeps itching, we are the sole creators and destroyers of our experience on this earth, right? So what Spirit is saying is release. I'm literally hearing release the victim mentality. Now, I don't know, but the guys, the Spirit, they coming through like straight at you in your face today. So if you're sensitive, this is just how they telling me to tell it to you, right? Because so many of us, we sit in that victim mentality and we're so comfortable speaking about our experience, sharing our experience, but we're not comfortable stepping into the next phase to release that experience and have that experience be the tool that it was meant to be, right? The question comes through again, who are you without your story? Who are you without your story? What are you seeking in life that you really don't feel deserving or capable of having? Now, if we ask that question just straight off top, we may not have it. We may not feel like I can say, oh, I'm worthy of whatever. I'm capable. But the bigger question is, what are you choosing and seeking that you have not created, right? Because that'll tell you where, right, the answer to the first questions lie. Okay. I don't know if this is my grandmother or somebody's grandmother, but it sounds like something my grandmother used to say. But what I am receiving is it's time to SHIT or get off the pot, right? It's time to SHIT or get off the pot. Now, my mama's on, y'all. That's why I'm spelling. Okay, I'm spelling because they ain't spelling it. They saying it. I'm hearing victory is yours. It is yours. It is one of those birthrights that we have been programmed to forget we have. Look at this. Let's just look at this card together for a minute. Spirit is saying, look at it. Look at it. So look at her face and look at her head, like the ornaments on her head, right? And then do you see this here and this, and then look at this and this light. So do you notice how this is very similar to this and this? So look at how she's focused. She's like, it almost looks like she's meditating, right? I feel the energy of trust in this picture. And so if you notice what is a part of her thought, right? Her divinity, right? That she's embracing, her light that she's shining, she's creating it in her outer world, right? So Spirit is saying that we're capable. We're capable. I just heard put your thinking crown on. And that's AKA your manifestation power. I'm hearing your wand, right? Step into your divine self. if I were to ask you, and this will be a good exercise to do, like literally when you are journaling, do it tonight, right? I'd like you to get out a journal or a piece of paper if you don't have one. And I'd like you to think of yourself as a superhero, right? And I'd like you to visualize yourself as this superhero. And I'd like you to write down what you look like as a superhero, what you're wearing, what your superpowers are, right? What your gifts are, your abilities, right? And tell me how you feel. Or not me, unless you get on and decide to share it in the comments, but write down how you feel, right? As this superhero, right? And then I'd like you to think about your limiting beliefs as that superhero. And write down, I'll say tell me, but write down how the superhero you feels about those limiting beliefs, right? And just look at this, what you've written, right? And don't overthink it. Just flow with it. Just, call on your spirit team, your divine spirit team before you start. I'm choosing to have assistance really digging deep, right? And really analyzing myself, and then go into the exercise and be aware of what you receive. I shared on Facebook a few years back, I have this picture. My alter ego is the golden goddess, right? And this picture was like, that was what I visualized, right? So it's like she's coming out of the water with the most beautiful chocolate skin, and she has these gold cuffs and this gold, she's adorned, and she's elevating, she's levitating. And it's just like that embraces the golden goddess. It's just a beautiful picture. So literally put a visual to your superhuman self, right? Your superhero self, because Spirit is saying, you are your own hero. You are your own savior. Spirit can put people like me or others in your path to assist you, but you are the one that is called to do the work. You are the one that is called to say yes, right? To stay the course, trusting the course with unwavering faith. I guarantee if you do what Spirit tells you, you will receive results. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. And also Spirit is saying, and if you shift that mindset, right, you'll experience a different experience. Now, here's the thing, as I was coming through, Spirit was saying, this is one of the reasons why it's so important for us not to beat ourselves up, right? I could have been like, oh no, I'm supposed to be this example of keeping my vibration elevated all the time. Right? I could have said that to myself, and oh my gosh, I'm failing. But no, I'm human. Sometimes my vibration is not always where I like to choose for it to be. Sometimes it goes a little low, right? But what Spirit is saying is, even in the midst of that experience, look what happened. I was able to be shown. I was able to shift. And then I was able to experience that instant shift outside myself as a result of the shift I created in here. And now Spirit is using me to show you how powerful we are when we shift here, right? When we shift here, our world outside of self shifts, right? It just shifts. So Spirit is like, even in what feels like a mishap, a mistake, or being out of balance with self, there's still purpose in that. Right? So Spirit is saying, if we spend time looking at the purpose as opposed to beating ourselves up, even that will create a whole new experience in our lives. And it will allow us to serve on many levels, right? On many levels. Because if I'm feeling that shame or I'm beating myself up, what am I going to do? I'm going to keep it to myself. Oh, I'm going to keep it because I'm embarrassed, because I'm supposed to be, or I'm expected to be. But when we allow ourselves to just flow and just be, then we're able to be used, right? We're able to be used. You can be at a traffic light and be used, right? Everyone's platform is different. Our life is our platform, right? So Spirit will guide you on how to go deeper into your platform. So just release the stinking thinking, the beating myself up. Just release it all and just flow, right? Flow in gratitude and grace. So let's see what you're saying. Loretta said, oh, this is so good. I'm so grateful. Spiritual said, we're choosing now. Yes, and so it is. Makes perfect sense. Hey, Vanessa, welcome. Hey, Shamika, welcome. Javi said, haha, my superhero is Black Adam. You'll have to show me. Oh, wait, Adam like Adam and Eve, or is it a character? You'll have to show me if it's a character, because I don't know who Black Adam is. I don't. But I'd love to see Black Adam, Javi. Spiritual said, greetings, Shamika. And Javi said, hi. Or he has the power of 7 gods and controls and manipulates thunder and lightning, practicing powerful magic and embodies his magic and entire history. And so it is. And so it is. So yes, check in with Black Adam and be like, okay, let's talk about these limiting beliefs, right? Because here's the thing. As humans, we have them, right? It's not to say that all of our humanness is gone when we heal. And we've talked about this. It's not to say it's gone, because we're gonna be human as long as we're in this physical 3D form. So we're gonna have human characteristics. The key is when the human part comes up and it's the part of being human that doesn't serve us any longer, what do we do about it? That's the difference that healing makes, right? Do we waddle or do we stand? You know, and as that's coming through, I'm seeing, you know, those memes where somebody's drowning and then they stand up and they're like, oh, my bad. Just kidding. You know, it's coming through like that. Are we going to waddle and drown, or are we going to stop panicking and just stand? Rise, right? Rise. Okay, so listen, we have the sacral chakra, the second chakra, and this was in reverse. I'm going to tell you all the rest of our cards are reversed. So let's find out why. But we're going to go ahead and keep this upright. Why is the sacral chakra in reverse? It's still coming through. Last week, Spirit talked to us about sexual abuse specifically, right? Anyone who has experienced sexual abuse of any kind, right? It doesn't have to even be actual touching. Someone could have said something that made you feel like you were, I'm hearing sexualized, abused, right? Because it's not always actually being touched. Sometimes a person can say something to you that makes you feel violated, right? But if you are someone that has experienced sexual abuse of any kind, whether you were a child or an adult, right? Spirit is saying it's time to focus on healing that, right? It's time to focus on healing that. It's time for you to get all of your chakras aligned and allow yourself to vibrate at that divine frequency. Also, what Spirit is encouraging you to do is really get to know you, right? Like those of you that I am blessed to encounter, and I feel your energy. I feel all the divinity within your energy. And I feel so blessed to encounter you. I feel so blessed to serve you, so blessed to get to know you, right? So blessed to feel your energy because I feel your divinity. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to feel that. It's time for you to feel in you what I feel, because I feel it. And it's beautiful. It's amazing. Right? I don't feel your limitations, right? I don't feel any of that false stuff. I feel you at your highest elevated state. And I know what you're capable of. Shoot, you capable of the same stuff as me. And I know I'm capable of, there's nothing I'm not capable of. Let's just put it that way. And I feel that in you. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to feel that in you. When you see me, I'm a reflection of you. We're just each other in different forms, right? It's just in different phases and periods, right? Spirit just said, allow me to be your example of how to elevate and expand, right? What I have been able to do, you can do, right? You can do too. It may be different, right? But it's all the same, right? It may be a different course. It may be a different outcome, so to speak, but it's still all the same. The sameness is you realizing the divine, beautiful being that you are, being potential less and just being infinite, right? No more potential. You are just infinite. You are everything that the Creator is in human form, right? So we have hostilities, and it's really good that this one came in reverse. So what Spirit is telling us, it's time to slay the demons within, right? Slay the demons within and stop allowing ourselves to connect to the hostile energies outside of self. What I'm receiving is we're giving outside energies and entities too much of our attention, too much of our energy, too much of our time. And what it is doing is it is destroying us. It's destroying us, right? It's keeping us disconnected. So Spirit is saying, take that energy and slay your inner demons, right? But it requires us being real with ourselves. Sometimes we don't really like to pull back the covers because we're scared there may be a monster hiding up under there. And Spirit is saying, there is no monster. It's just you. right? And the only way you can heal you and recover you is if you get to know you, if you learn you, right? Not who you've been taught you are, but who you really are, right? And when that's coming through, the other thing that Spirit is saying is, in order to uncover who you really are, it takes you seeing who you've become, right? Who you've become. I became this person that had lost all hope in myself, all hope in life. I had just kind of rolled over and accepted it. That zest for life that I once had, that confidence that I had in knowing that I was going to live this extraordinary life, gone, right? Gone. I fell into that whole life happening and accepting it for what it was, and forgot that I had the power to create something different. I really did for a period of time. I fell into that space, right? I fell into a depression. I forgot. And then one day I remembered, just a little bit, there's something more to life than this. And I called on Spirit to show me, right? To show me. And when I called on Spirit, I was desperate. I was open to receive it, and not just open to receive it. I wasn't just asking to be shown just to see. I was asking to be shown so that I could take action and create something better. And then I started to remember, oh, my thoughts are things, and I am deserving of more. I'm capable of more, but I don't know how to get there. So Spirit, just show me. Connect me with those that are here to serve me. Provide me with what's necessary to make it happen, right? Hold me. When my grandfather passed away, when he transcended into spirit realm, I remember I would listen to that Kirk Franklin song, Can You Hold Me Now, right? I'd listen to that over and over again when I commuted. At the time, I was commuting 3 hours a day to work, and I would just listen to it, and I would cry. And, if you haven't heard that song, listen to that song, Kirk Franklin, Can You Hold Me Now, right? And just allow yourself to feel the energy in that song. Well, your guides are here holding you. Your spirit team, your ancestors are here holding you. They are here helping you get through whatever, right? But they're not going to just pick you up and carry you. They're doing this. Here, take my hand. Once you take their hand, there's so many hands grabbing you. Once you grab hold and you're serious and you say yes, not just with words, but in every fiber of your being and every ounce of your movement, that holding you is going to feel like you're floating. You're just going to float right through it and get to what you're choosing for yourself. I'm telling you, like, I can't put into words, right? That whole, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can't really put into words the magic that occurs when you allow yourself to be held by your spiritual team that's here for you, right? So, and then look, we have 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. Let me see what you all are saying. Hi, Charmaine. How are you? We have 2 Charmaines on. And Charmaine, I can't remember. A Healthy Happy You is the other Charmaine. Do you post on your channel? Let us know, because if you do, and any of you that post content on your channel, let us know in the chat so everyone can follow each other, right? Let's see. A DC character. I thought maybe it was. I'm gonna look up the Black Adam, Javi. Thank you. Spiritual said, beautiful glass. Thank you so much. It reminds me of rainbow quartz. My kitchen. This is the color theme in my kitchen. So yeah. Thank you. When I moved, I decided to change it from the theme that I had, and I was just so attracted to that. So we have 6th chakra Archangel Metatron, and this is all about our third eye. And this came in reverse too. It came in reverse as well. So what I'm being told to tell you is, open your third eye. Just open it. Like literally right here, see it open. If it's already open, if it's doing one of these numbers, go ahead and open it wide. Just visualize it. First, see it as it is, and then open it wider. So visualize your third eye and then open it, right? Just see it open and allow it to be open, right? Allow it to be open. So what Spirit is telling me to tell you is you have the ability to receive divine guidance. And if you're receiving it, you have the ability to receive it even more. It's so amazing because, my mom and I, we did some work together, some healing work together. And my mom did her detox, and she had major releases that happened as well. And so now my mom's third eye is just open, right? So Spirit has been guiding me to just kind of throw out little tests here and there. And I'm grateful because I could just like, Mom, what's this? Or what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? You know, and then oftentimes I'm told to ask her, Spirit will tell me the answer, because then it's like, well, how would it be really a test if Spirit don't tell me, right? So then Mom will get the same answer, and her gifts are expanding, right? Now, if you asked her maybe like 2 years ago, even a year ago, where she was with that, you know, it would be a whole different story. If you ask me in 2016 where I was with my gifts, it'd be a whole different story, right? And you may be looking at yourself right now like, I don't know about that, sis. But I'm telling you, once you heal and release that third eye, that energy of being connected, right? It just expands, it opens, it grows. Now, here's the other thing. The more that you accept what you receive without doubt or fear, the more action you take based on what you receive, the more your third eye opens, right? So as Spirit is giving you divine direction, right? Divine direction. I'm even here, divine order, right? And divine order not coming through as in giving you an order as in a command, but divine order as in point A, B, C to get you to your Z, right? The more you take heed, you take action, you accept with unwavering faith, the more your consciousness expands. It's like that message that comes through that Spirit is not going to give us more than we can chew, right? So each thing we experience by way of Spirit is like, okay, let's see if you're ready. Are you ready for more? You know, it's like asking your mom for more food, and she's like, but you haven't even eaten what's on your plate. And that's how we are on this journey, right? I can't tell you how many people will be like, well, how do I get to here, right? I'll just have given what Spirit told me to give them as a step to get them to where they're choosing to go, and they'll receive it, but then they'll be like, okay, but how am I going to get to here? Or I'm like, well, Spirit, just, that's how. Like, do that first, and then Spirit's going to give it to us in chunks, right? Bite-sized chunks. And the way you get to the next step is by doing the first step, right? We're living in this microwavable society. We're like, when do we want it? Now. You know, Spirit's like, slow your roll. Slow your roll, just flow, right? Flow. And as I'm saying that, when we think of slowing our roll and flowing, I'm seeing us like just floating on water, right? And just how easy that feels and how relaxing it is as the sun's shining down, beaming down on us, right? And Spirit is reminding us of this. And the song Walking on Sunshine keeps playing. And if you haven't heard Pocket Full of Sunshine by Natasha Bedingfield, listen to that song. We also have Angel of Balance that's coming in reverse. Why is it reverse, Spirit? Spirit just said because some of you are still overextending, right? And you, like when I say some of you, this is just exactly how I'm hearing it, right? Sometimes you is inclusive of me too, right? All of us, but that ain't how they say. They said some of you. So, okay, I'm going to say it. I don't understand it, so I'm going to trust they're going to tell me what that means. But I just heard it's time for you to put some more nacho on your cheese. What in the world is that? Not your business, not your place, not your worry, not your concern. You are your top priority. Okay, not some more nacho on your cheese. That's kind of funny. And what I'm hearing is some of you are so focused on money, right? So cheese is a metaphor of money, right? And so basically what the message is from that, what Spirit is saying is our focus has been displaced, right? We're focusing on all the, I'm hearing the word wrong thing, but they're instantly letting me know, air quote, the wrong, because there's no such thing. So what that's saying is things that don't serve our highest good, right? We're so busy focused on those things externally that don't serve us. And Spirit is saying it's time to focus on you. And I'm hearing this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Because the only way you can be a light for the world is when you focus on shining that light within, right? If we put the cart before the horse, where are we going to go? Nowhere. Because you know what? Here's the thing. I can tell you until you blue in the face, I'm blue in the face all day long, how to get yourself out of a situation. But you are watching me more than you're listening, right? You're watching how I'm moving before you even decide if what I have to say to you is valuable, right? You may hear me a little bit, but if I'm not in action aligned with what I'm saying, you're not going to listen to me too much, because at best you think I'm unintelligent, because why ain't you following it, right? So I'm discredited right then and there. So what Spirit is saying is, in order for us to show up and do what our souls agreed to do by way of service, it's about focusing on our light. Focusing on our light. How can I brighten my own light, right? How can I brighten my own life? How can I increase the quality of life that I'm living, right? How can I enjoy this experience more? How can I love me more? Because when I'm doing those things, before I even speak a word, I'm already a living, breathing, moving example of what Spirit can do, right? What Spirit can do and what we can do when we choose it, right? And then when I speak, you're going to listen. And Spirit is saying that right now, we're not really focused as much on us, and it's time. It's time. Don't be afraid to self-evaluate. And again, relearning, right? Relearning that self-evaluation does not equal judgment. Who created judgment? I mean, where did that even come from? How do we judge ourselves and others? Like, what are we gaining from that? If you think about all the times you judge yourself, what did you get from it? I know when I judged myself, I just felt worse. And then I just kept repeating that cycle because I felt so bad. Literally, we've all done things that we're not necessarily proud of, right? But Spirit is saying even those things, understanding that there's a purpose in it all. I'm also being told for you to stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Stop comparing your journey. Again, Spirit is saying, ask yourself, where did comparison come from? Right? Where did comparison come from? Who created that and why? Really what Spirit is saying is to really start pinpointing all the things that are in this current reality that disempowers us, right? And then one by one. Now, when we're doing this, connect to that superhero that you created, right? That superhero, how am I talking? That superhero that lives within you, right? And when you're doing this self-evaluating, allow your superhero to take the lead, right? So first create them, do that first part of the exercise, and then start evaluating, right? And just kind of visualize your superhero. You may see your superhero. I'm actually standing right now, like in front of a chalkboard with a stick, but really fun. Like they're in their superhero attire. They're fun. The energy feels amazing. And they're pointing out, okay, so this over here, but they're doing it in a fun way to where, think about when you were in school, you may have had a teacher that was really fun, that made learning fun, right? And you didn't go to that class dreading it because you knew no matter what, you were going to have a good time first, and then you were going to learn a few things. So Spirit is saying, as you're doing this self-evaluating, looking at it with that energy, right? Take the out of it, right? And put the yes back into it, right? And then reward yourself. Literally see your superhero praising you. I'm seeing doing a dance, and getting you hype. Like Spirit is saying, evaluate in that energy. It's going to make a difference. It'll allow your unconscious mind to open and expand even more, where you will be shown, or more will be revealed to you, that right now kind of hides and tucks away, because it's human nature to shy away from anything that makes us feel bad. Right? So there's so many things that we're being called to uncover, remember, heal, and release, that's not willing to come up because our unconscious mind is like, nope, we're protecting you. Nope. Sadness. No way. Nope. We ain't doing it. So when you start to shift the energy of how you feel in that evaluating stage, it'll allow you to be shown more, which will help your healing process speed up. So let's see what you're saying. Let's see. Shamika said, was at the lake and heard you are redeemed back to righteousness. That is the part of coming to know self. Righteousness is self-mastery. Now what we have been, not what we've been taught. Yes. And so it is. And so it is. And that goes back to that whole thing of, it's not to say when we heal, we are void of these human experiences. It's what we do with it or about it, right? That's that self-mastery that our sister Shamika is talking about. Pat said, this is good. I especially like the not your cheese part, right? I'm like, put more cheese on your nachos. What are you talking about, Spirit? And see, and listen, you see how Spirit be using me to show y'all how this whole journey is. I don't know where Spirit's going with this, I really don't know. Spirit could have me out here looking crazy, but I know that's not going to happen. I don't have to know what's coming or even what it means. If Spirit tells me to say it, I'm going to say it, right? Because there's a reason. I might not know the reason right away, but I'm going to say it and trust that whatever I'm meant to give you, Spirit is going to give it to me to give to you. And that's how we are called to live our lives. When Spirit tells us to do something, right? We may kind of look sideways like, for real, Spirit, all right, I'm going to do it, but are you for real? This what we doing? Okay, we doing it though, right? The thing is to do it. And when you do it, Spirit always shows up and shows out. Always, always, always. Javi said, it turns out Black Adam is an arch nemesis, but he redeems himself on numerous occasions. Just a heads up, LOL. Okay, but look at that. Look at that. So here's the thing. We have been our own arch nemesis in our lives, right? We've been judging self. We've been beating self up. We've been refusing to move. We've been not listening to Spirit, right? We've been putting everybody else first. Like that's an arch nemesis to our peace, to our balance, to our happiness, to our abundance, right? But guess what? Just like Black Adam, what do we do when we heal? We redeem ourselves, right? We stop all that nonsense and we come into our divinity. And then we look at all of that as lessons that led us to the blessing of who we are today. I can't love me today and hate me yesterday because yesterday's me created today's me. So how can I hate yesterday, Nahkila, and claim to love Nahkila today? I can't. It's not possible, right? Because if Nahkila yesterday had been any different, the Nahkila I am today would not be the same. And I happen to love me today, right? So Spirit is saying it was good, Javi. Let's see. Javi said, this is a message for me. I recently reevaluated the reason behind writing my book. I was so hell-bent on getting justice. I wasn't taking into consideration the pain I was causing myself. Yes. And it's just all about, like you said, the reevaluating of self, right? Because, sometimes we're going through the motions and we don't even know why. We're just doing it, right? We're on autopilot. And then when we really sit back and we call on that superhero self, right? With the support of our divine spirit team and those other seats in the classroom, right? Because they're there for support. Sometimes they might even whisper over, give us the answer, right? But in this class, cheating is allowed. You're allowed to receive those answers from the rest of your classmates, right? But when we take that time, we realize, wait, I've been on autopilot this whole time. And that's not even me, or it's not even relevant, or why am I doing this, right? It's so important, so important. And this is how change is created. If I'm afraid to look at me, I can't change me. I can't change me, right? So Charmaine said, what an amazing power hour. Oh, I'm so grateful. And listen, when you said that, I was told to look up, it's 232. So I'm going to look that message up for us because there is a message there for us. So we will get that soon. Javi said, now that I shifted the energy around telling my story, I don't feel pressured to get it done right away. The book will come when it's ready. But until then, there are other ways to show vulnerability. Yes. Oh my goodness. You just bringing it today because the vulnerability component. I'm tongue-tied today, y'all. The vulnerability component is so huge, right? It's huge. And that was that whole thing of, giving ourselves permission to be human, right? Just because we're light workers, just because we're servants of the light, just because we serve others on their journey does not make us any less human. And we don't have to be anything except for who we are. That's it. If a person doesn't vibrate with or doesn't feel attracted to my vibration with me being me, then I'm not the person for them, right? If I go and start being something else or hiding those aspects when I'm vibing low, how can I serve, right? So Spirit is saying, just be you, every aspect of you, your human, beautiful self, your divine self that happens to also be a human being, right? Just being you. So it's so important that vulnerability is key. Because see, what we've been taught to do is we've been taught to hide ourselves. We've been taught that we are to be perfect as opposed to we already are perfect. So when we're striving to be something that we already are, we don't recognize the perfection that's already there. So we'll never reach what we're striving for, right? Because being perfect is not something to be, it's something we are, right? So we're always on this goose hunt, right? This goose chase, wild goose chase, looking for this perfection And it just keeps us from living, really, in a nutshell, keeps us from living. And it definitely keeps us from serving when we're hiding those parts of ourselves that we judge, right? That we judge. So was there anything else for the 232? Okay, I'm going to look that up. Okay. Is there anything else from the Angel of Balance card that you'd like us to talk about? I'm just hearing everything is about balance. Everything. Everything's about balance, right? We must embrace every part of ourselves to create that balance in our lives. If we are leaving parts of us out, well, then there's going to be pieces missing in this 3D realm, right? Embrace every part of you in order to really reach that level of abundance. And again, abundance isn't just about money, but it is definitely included, right? In order to reach that level of abundance that we're seeking in all aspects of life, it's about embracing every single part of us and embracing it with joy, embracing it with gratitude, embracing it with acceptance, and embracing it with love, right? And just trusting and knowing that absolutely nothing that has happened in our lives was not serving a purpose. It's just up to you to figure out what that purpose is, right? So that is the message we're getting for our Empower Hour today. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. We're going to look up 232, and then we're going to get into the mini readings for the day. Now, here's the thing. Even if you're not getting a mini reading, I recommend you stay on, because a lot of times the readings will resonate with you, even if it's not yours. And then in between the readings, Spirit will guide me to pull more cards for us as a collective or give us more messages as a collective. So, okay, so 232. Let's look that up. Thank you. Charmaine said 232 is a number I see frequently. And Pat said, yes, our past experiences make us who we are. Pat said, yes, thank you, Spirit. Being all of me, all my quirky self is okay. Yes, it is. I love quirky. I'm quirky. Oh, you guys, thank you. We are, okay, listen, and there is no coincidence here. 6. Oh my goodness. Okay, listen. It was 106:22. So we were on an hour, 6 minutes, 22 seconds. There's 11 people on, 11 likes. And that hour, the time we were on, it equaled 11 too. So it was 11, 11, 11. No coincidences, none at all whatsoever. So let's look up 232. And then I was going to tell you, oh, look up 1111 if you feel led to do it. And Spirit said, nope, we looking it up at the end. And you know what? 232 also equals 7, which is an amazing number from Spirit. That one, Spirit is saying you can look up on your own. So it says number 232 is a combination of the vibrations of number 2 appearing twice, doubling its attributes and influences, and the energies of number 3. Number 3 resonates with faith and trust, diplomacy and cooperation, duality and finding balance, relationships and partnerships, intuition and insight, service and duty, and your divine life purpose and soul mission. Number 3 relates to optimism and joy, inspiration and creativity, self-expression and communication, manifesting and manifestation, imagination and intelligence, energy growth and expansion, spontaneity, encouragement and assistance, talent and skills. Number 3 is also the number of the Ascended Masters. Angel number 232 is a message to stay focused on your aspirations, goals, and expectations, and stay centered in your faith and trust. You are working in alignment with the energies of the Ascended Masters, and they are currently helping and guiding you through your next life steps and actions. Maintain a diplomatic, harmonious, and caring attitude towards others, and you will find that all that serves your highest good will fall into place for your divine right time. Angel number 232 is a message from the angels and Ascended Masters that they are available for guidance and assistance whenever you ask. Call upon them whenever you wish and have faith and trust in yourself and the universal energies as you serve your divine life purpose and soul mission. And then let's see, angel number 1111. And so it is. And so it is. Let's just claim that. Let's claim that. That message the Spirit just gave to us. And so it is. And so it is. Okay. So 1111 is made up of the powerful influences of the number 1, amplified and magnified by 4. Number 1 resonates with the vibrations and attributes of new beginnings and starting afresh, independence and individuality, initiative and assertiveness, ambition and motivation, success and leadership, courage and strength, creation and creativity, self-reliance and tenacity, attainment, happiness and fulfillment, innovation, self-development, and oneness with life. With life and oneness. Okay, self-development and oneness with life. Number one reminds us that we create our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, intentions, and actions. The repeating number one sequence in all its forms is most often the first sequence that appears to many people. Once the 1111 is acknowledged, the number sequence changes to another combination along with new messages, life experiences, directions, and opportunities. Many people associate the repeating 1111 with a wake-up call, a code of activation, and or an awakening code or code of consciousness. It can also be seen as a key to unlock the subconscious. They say sub, I say un, because sub means that it's less than, and our unconscious mind is actually more in control. So in reality, it's not a sub, it's an un, right? Not aware of it, but it's powerful. Our unconscious mind, and reminds us that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience rather than physical beings embarking upon spiritual experiences. Upon noticing a frequency of 1111s appearing repeatedly, you may begin to see an increase in synchronicities and unlikely and miraculous coincidences appearing in your life. At times, when you are about to go through a major spiritual awakening or an epiphany of some kind, the number 1111 may appear in your physical reality and experience to signal the upcoming change or shift. When noticing the angel number 1111 appearing, take notice of the thoughts you had right at the moment, as 1111 indicates that your thoughts and beliefs are aligned with your truths. For example, if you held an inspired idea at the time of seeing 1111, it would indicate that it would be a positive and productive idea to take action on. When angel number 1111 appears repeatedly, it signifies that an energetic gateway has opened up for you, and this will rapidly manifest your thoughts into reality. The message is to choose your thoughts wisely, ensuring that they match your true desires. Do not put your energy into focusing on fears, as you may manifest them into your life. Angel number 1111 is a message from your angels to be very aware of your persistent thoughts and ideas, as these are manifesting quickly into your reality. Ensure that your beliefs, thoughts, and mindsets are positive and optimistic in order to draw the energies of abundance and balance into your life. Be aware that you will manifest your thoughts. Therefore, do not think negative thoughts, as they are what you will draw into your life. Use the positive energies of the universe to bring to fruition your deepest desires, hopes, and dreams. Angel number 1111 signifies that an energetic gateway has opened up for you, and this will rapidly manifest your thoughts into reality. There is an opportunity opening up for you, and your thoughts are manifesting them into form at lightning speed. Angel number 1111 is similar to the bright light of the flashbulb. It means that the universe has just taken a snapshot of your thoughts and is manifesting your ideas, thoughts, and beliefs into material form, creating your experiences and realities. When you recognize an angel number 1111 sequence appearing to you frequently, take note of your thoughts at the time that they occur. When a series of 11s appear, monitor your thoughts carefully and be sure to only think about what it is you really choose, not what you don't choose. Choose your thoughts wisely and do not put your focus towards your fears, as they may manifest. They're repeating this, but sometimes spirit repeats the same message until we get it. So we're going to go with it. Pay special attention to your thoughts and ideas, as these are revealing the answers to your prayers. Your positive affirmations and optimistic attitude will help to manifest your desires and help you to achieve your goals and aspirations. They will also assist you with serving your spiritual life purpose and soul mission. Angel number 1111 encourages you to look to new beginnings, opportunities, and projects with a positive and optimistic attitude, as these are appearing in your life for a very good reason. Your angels, they say one, but we're going to cancel delete to choose. Your angels choose you to achieve and succeed with your desired goals and aspirations. So do not hesitate in taking positive steps and striving forward. Do not allow fears, doubts, or concerns to hold you back from living and serving your divine life purpose and soul mission. Angel number 1111 also encourages you to assist and inspire the human race via your natural abilities, relying upon your inner wisdom and intuition to guide you. Be an inspirational guiding light to bring illumination and enlightenment to others and to help raise spiritual awareness. Trust that the angels support you in your light work. Angel number 1111 shows you how to begin creating your reality. And this is confirmation that your intentions are in the process of manifesting. And it breaks down to number 4. So that pretty much summed up our whole message today. It pretty much put it all up in a pretty low bow. And Spirit is saying that it's time to begin a new cycle. So what are you choosing to do next? If you don't know, ask Spirit to guide you. And then when you get it, take action, right? Take action. Let's see what you're saying. My mom said, and so it is. Natalie sends a heart and I send it right back. Vanessa sends 11, 12, 13, 11 watches, 12 likes, 1.3 subs. Oh, and look at that, divine order. And Spirit mentioned that divine order. So thank you for pointing that out, Vanessa. Thank you. Pat said, yes, thank you, Spirit. Being all, okay, we read that. Being all of me, all my quirky self is okay. So yes, that is the message. And before we get into the mini reads, I'd like to make an announcement. There are still openings for the 2021 Activating Your Retreat, where we will be focusing on releasing, healing, and creating abundance, not just in the inner parts of your life, but also the financial parts of your life. We're going to be focusing hugely on the abundance piece. Also, there are still openings in the Activating You mentorship, both the group and the one-on-one. And I created a post, shared it here, also shared it on Facebook, and brought it up in the reading party we did on Friday, that January 1st, my prices are going to increase significantly. Spirit is saying it's time for an elevation. It's time for a shift. So if you have been guided for us to work together, now is the time to do so, right? Because now through the end of the year, it's going to stay the same. And when you join the mentorship, whatever the price increases to, if you stay with me, right? I have someone that I still work with that still pays what it was in the very beginning because she's never left, but you're grandfathered in. So it doesn't matter how high the prices go. If you stay, you'll always pay that same investment amount each month. Now, if you leave and come back, then of course it's whatever the price is at that time. So I always like to let you know that, something I was led to do is do the grandfather system. So that's how we roll. So if you're interested, if you have been given the confirmation from Spirit that it serves your highest good for us to work together, now is definitely the time. So there's a link in the description box where you can schedule a consultation. Let's go ahead and do that. And if you've already had one and you know that you're ready, leave a comment, not in the chat, but leave it in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, you can leave it in the comment or DM me and I'll get back to you so that we can go ahead and move forward. Okay. It'll be an honor and a pleasure to serve you. So thank you so much. Now let's get into the mini reads, okay? Let's get into the mini reads. Naja said, hi, Nahkila. I sent my payment on Cashapp. Awesome. Thank you so much, Naja. Welcome. How are you? Now, Phyllis, are you on today? I haven't seen you. Because Phyllis paid for her reading last week for this week. And then, Lacey, are you still on? Lacey was second. So Naja, you would be third. So let's see. Mom, your grandson had another nosebleed. He texted me. So definitely when I'm done, I'll be making his appointment. My son, you guys, he's been getting nosebleeds since he was in 9th grade. And they, more often than the average person. So I took him to the doctor in Washington State after it had been going on for a while. And they said, oh, it could be allergies. And now it's time for them to check a little deeper because he literally has had 3 nosebleeds in the course of 7 days. And now he's feeling lightheaded with them. So yeah, so that's what's going on with my youngest, a 16-year-old. Okay, so I don't believe that Phyllis is on. So Lacey, are you still here? Naja, were you doing a question or would you like a general reading? And if there's anyone else that's on that would like a reading, I'm going to share the Cashapp with you. So you can go ahead and send your payment there, and then you'll be able to receive your reading. And for those of you that are leaving, thank you so much for joining, and thank you for allowing me to serve you. I noticed that a few of you have gotten off, so. Thank you so much. Pat sending him healing, light, and love. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Because yeah, when we started, he texted me. He's like, my nose is bleeding again. And I was like, okay, I'll be making your appointment. Javi said, I have some work to do, so I'm going to catch the replay. Thank you again for the message. You're so welcome, Javi. Thank you. Love you. I'll talk to you soon. So yeah. Is it just me, or are the comments just coming in really, really slow today? Well, you know what? While we wait, I don't believe Phyllis is on. Phyllis usually announces with, this is for all of us as a collective. Oh, look at that. Phyllis usually, top two. Okay. Just that one. Okay. Phyllis usually, oh, whoa. Okay. This is amazing, you guys. I can't make it up. We got both of these cards in reverse. It's woman holding a coin and man holding a coin. Okay. Okay, a general reading. Okay, so CJ will be first after I do this message for all of us, his general, and then after CJ, Naja, you will be next. So let me know. Oh, general, I just saw that. Awesome. Okay, so you'll be next. So we have woman holding a coin and man holding a coin in reverse, right? We have 42 and 43. Now, you guys saw me shuffle these cards plenty of times, right? This deck, this is one of my oldest decks. It gets shuffled often. But listen, Spirit is pointing out to us divine order that came through earlier. Vanessa pointed out we're all being told to realize that everything is happening according to divine order. Also, what this card is speaking of is in order for us to create more abundance in our life, it's about us being balanced, right? So we have the divine masculine, the divine feminine energies, and Spirit is saying it's time for us to embrace both. Right? Sometimes we operate and we live in one or the other, where one or the other takes the forefront, but it's not in a way that's like I am balanced in the two and one comes forth when necessary. It's like that one is always in the forefront, even when it doesn't serve our highest good for it to be. So what Spirit is saying is it's time for you to really evaluate and uncover why are you hiding behind either your divine masculine or divine feminine energy, even when it doesn't serve your highest good, right? So some of us may act really timid when it requires for us to be more in our power. And some of us may come through like a bull in a china shop, always in our power, but sometimes it requires us to be a little softer, right? So Spirit is just saying that your finances, right? Your finances is definitely coming through, is directly being affected by you not being in balance, right? You not being in balance. Also, what I'm being told to tell you is to stop holding on so tight, right? Look at this hole. There's a hole in each one of these coins, right? And Spirit is saying, and look, she's even focusing on that, the way she's holding it. She's highlighting. Spirit is saying to stop holding on so tight. Now, when we're holding on tight, what do we say? Oh, I'm broke. Oh, I can't afford this. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that, right? And we're speaking life into our finances, right? But is it a positive light or a negative light, right? So oftentimes if a person says, oh, would you like to come with me on this trip? And we'll say, I can't afford it. I'm broke. Spirit is saying, you know what? I am abundant, and money is an infinite energy that comes to me endlessly and endless supplies. Just speak on it in that way. But no, thank you, right? So we have been taught to speak of things as it is instead of as we're choosing for it to be. And the issue with speaking on it as it is that we're keeping it right there, right? So Spirit is just saying shift that. So that was just an extra message that we got for ourselves. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a general for CJ. Spirit, this is for CJ. I'm connecting the Spirit to CJ's energy. What message do you have for CJ, Spirit? So I heard that message that came through for all of us earlier when I said, is this my grandmother? Because this guy is so speaking like my grandmother. And that message was, it's time to SHIT or get off the pot. You have so much potential within you, but you've been hiding and masking yourself. You've been standing behind your power that others have given you, which gives you permission to not tap into your own power. And it's coming through like others see you as powerful, others hype you up, but you don't always feel on the inside the things that they're saying about you or to you. You have been dealing with sadness. It's time for you to get to the root and heal it. You have been feeling less than or not worthy. And it's time for you to increase your joy. You don't have to be what people expect. It's just time for you to be you. And the reason why it's difficult for you to heal is because you've been focusing on being what's expected. You've been hiding behind the mask. And it's time for you to just show up. And it's coming through like it's time for you to just be vulnerable. Just forget it. Like I'm just going to do this for me. You do have love in your heart for those that don't always feel loved. But now it's time for you to express it in a way where it's felt. And the only way you can do that is if you heal and love yourself more. I'm just hearing, you may not feel that this resonates right away, but it will. And I'm hearing because you've been in an illusion. I'm hearing that you do have all of these things. But right now, what you're being called to do is open your soul. Allow your soul to be open. And allow you to be shown this message on a deeper level, an internal level. You do have potential to fulfill your dreams. So figure out what those are. Are you working just to work, as in to earn an income? Are you working to enjoy what you do? Now, I'm receiving, it may not necessarily be with work as in a job, right? It's referring to life in general. Are you living life to receive, or are you living life to enjoy? You're being called to put more joy in the mix. What else would you like for CJ to know? Okay, now this is another one that's coming through weird, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to trust the Spirit's going to give me the message, but I'm hearing only the lonely, only the brokenhearted survive. What does that mean? I'm hearing only the lonely, only the brokenhearted survive the calling. What does that mean? It means that, they just said it means that he has a calling over his life. It's time for you to really figure out what that is. Because you haven't been living in your purpose, and you haven't been living up to your full potential because you've been living up to other people's standards. What are your standards? What were your dreams when you were little? Where did you see yourself going, being, or doing? Connect to that energy. You've stopped dreaming, and you've kind of just been going through the motions. I'm hearing now it's time for you to get back on your little boy blue. And then they said, go blow your horn, right? And so what they're also telling me with that go blow your horn is that it's feeling like a split energy, right? Like they're telling me like you don't give yourself enough credit, right? But then they're showing me, but you oftentimes hide behind this mask. Like people would see you as being so confident, so sure, right? And so it's like there's this one part of you that shows up, but then there's this other part of you that's showing up right behind that person, right? And so what they're telling me to tell you is it's time for you to peel back the layers and get to the core of who you are. Right? It's time for you to explore who you are. It's time for you to explore what you're choosing out of life. And I'm hearing the term midlife crisis, but they're not saying that in the sense of an age. They're saying that in the sense of an event, right? It's time for you to be in this state of crisis, the state of emergency, where it's a priority for you to get to know you on a deeper level, right? And saying because no matter your age, you're still a young man. You still got a whole lot of life in you. And they're telling me you still got a whole lot of joy in you. But sometimes it's difficult to reach that joy. Okay, I'm being told to pull a card for you. Let's see. What's waiting on the other side? Joy, bliss, keep going. And then they even said happiness, and it cracks me up when they do that. Bliss, joy, and happiness is 3 different things. I'm just being told that's because there's a lot of it waiting. And I'm being told to tell you to hold the hand, take the hand of those that love you. Don't be so stubborn, right? And they're telling me it's not even that you're really stubborn. It's not that you're really stubborn naturally or by nature. It's more or less both. It's more or less, how is it coming through? Like, I'm going to be right. I refuse to be wrong, right? And it's one of those things like if someone tells you something, it's like that kind of sideways look, but then on the inside, you're taking note and then you apply it later. So it feels like it came from you, right? It's one of those, it feels like Taurus energy. I don't know if you are a Taurus or have it in your chart, but it's kind of feeling like that. Like, just like, I'm not doing it because you just told me, but the whole while it's like being notated and later you implement it. But I'm also being told to tell you to allow people to get to know you, allow others to feel you on a deeper way. You have this guard up that you've been holding and carrying since you were a boy. You have been hiding and shielding, and now it's just become a part of who you are. And so sometimes your energy comes across as very cold, but in reality, you're like one of the most loving spirits that's around in this lifetime, but you hide that because by being that, it made you vulnerable and you experience a lot of hurt. I'm hearing specifically childhood pain that you have decided to block off and not allow yourself to experience ever again. So this cold exterior that sometimes the world experiences is not who you are. Now, both of your cards came in reverse, and you have the strategy card, which is number 21, which equals 3. And what I was being told to tell you is that you do have support around you. Like, and it's not even just the physical support of beings in this realm, like 3D human beings. It's actually like a spirit team. You have a spirit team. And you know, it's like, duh, we all do. But no, it's something special about your spirit team. I'm hearing they're there to help pull you out. And they're showing me like pull you out of the mud, right? You're also a creator by nature, right? I'm hearing even books, writing. I'm also hearing creating things with your hands. Clay is coming through, but also it's a feeling of kind of like mechanical work, not necessarily on cars. I'm just saying like tools and creating useful things with your hands, right? Creating useful things with your hands. Inventive is also coming through. There may be an idea that you've had that could be to invent something, or it may be something that's coming to you. But whatever the case may be, when you have these ideas, Spirit is saying to act upon it. I'm also being told to tell you to start journaling your ideas and then calling on your divine spirit team of support to help you implement or put those ideas into physical form, right? I'm hearing there's some money in there for you, right? There's some money in there for you. So don't knock your feelings or your thoughts or these creative, I'm hearing these creative geniuses, right? That comes to you. And they're showing me like spurts of genius, right? It comes to you, but then there's like this energy of kind of putting it off, right? Don't ignore that. Don't ignore that at all. Utilize your creativity, your creative mind, right? Your creative spirit. And I just keep hearing genius. Utilize that. Utilize that. Allow that to help you get to where you're choosing to go. I'm hearing to the next level, right? Now, you also have door to personal healing and happiness. And this is also the number 7. So what Spirit is telling you is that the door is open and it's time for you to step through it. It's time for you to evaluate you. That same exercise that came through earlier, to do that exercise, right? Because right now you're in a period where evaluating is necessary. And also figuring out why, I'm hearing you don't trust yourself, right? Or why when you get these genius ideas, you kind of just brush them off. It's time for you to figure out why you do that. And part of what's coming through is that concept of being made to feel you aren't good enough, right? I'm hearing verbal abuse. You know, verbal abuse plays a part in that. And as a result, sometimes you tend to be the same at times. So Spirit is saying to release that, heal that, right? So that you can stand in your divine glory and be this amazing genius that you came here to be, right? Also, what I'm being told is creating with your hands will help relieve stress. So do that more often. Even painting is coming through, but specifically I'm saying like tools, creating things with your hands, inventing things, right? And again, it feels mechanical, but it's not like car mechanics. That's not what I'm feeling. It's just like literally creating things, and even art, like metal work is coming through as well. Just and I don't even know if it's like they're telling me this because, like, yes, these are the things you create, but it's just like that artistic expression, right? And inventing that's coming through really, really strong. So I just asked, was there anything else? And I was told, nope, that's it. So that is your message, CJ. Thank you for allowing me to serve you. And please let me know how it resonates. Thank you. Thank you. So let's see. Hey, Phyllis, you are here. So yes, so you will be awesome. Thank you, Coretta. So Phyllis is here, and Phyllis was in line to be first, and then Lacey was second. But Phyllis, you'll now go second. And then let's see. Naja, you will be third, and then Coretta, you will be fourth. Okay. Phyllis said, hey there, sis. I already paid for a reading. I would like to know what Orishan is around me. And anything else Spirit shows you. Awesome, awesome. And thank you. So what I just heard was Yamaya and Oshun. They're working hand in hand on your behalf. They're coming together hand in hand on your behalf. You have a lot of goddess energy around you and in your DNA. It's time for you to embrace it. And what song I'm hearing is that song, and their eyes have seen the glory of the Lord. Like that song is playing. That's the part I'm hearing. I'm also being told to tell you to look into Shango. I'm being told tell you to look into Shango. Just research Shango. And they're saying African drums. So here's the thing. What I'm seeing is an ancestor altar, an altar for the gods and goddesses that are around you. And I'm seeing you sitting in silence, right? They're like showing me where you are sitting on the floor, your legs are crossed like crisscross applesauce, and you're just sitting there and you're deep breathing and you're allowing yourself to receive. But I'm also being told you're allowing yourself to see. So they're showing you images in your mind, right? They're showing you images in your mind. And one of the things that I'm saying is this open field and the scent of lemon. Excuse me, the scent of lemon. I don't smell it, but they're saying the scent of lemon is in this field. And there's white birds and butterflies around you. Doves specifically. So what they're telling me to tell you is that your peace comes from your transformation, right? The peace that you're seeking will come from your transformation. It's time for you to decide what's next. It's time for you to decide what you're choosing as your next step. And also, okay, thank you. I'm being told to tell you to catch the replay for Empower Hour, whatever you missed, to watch it from the beginning. You have gold in the palm of your hands. And what does that mean? I'm hearing you have the key to life. You have the key to your life in the palm of your hands. Very mystical indeed. It's time for you to embrace your magic. And it's time for you to trust. There's still self-doubt. There's still feelings of lack. That fear of making a mistake or being wrong. But you're not, I'm hearing there's no such thing and there's no way to make a mistake. You must trust in the guidance you receive, because you are being guided. So I'm being told to tell you to listen, and that sitting in that quiet space, crisscross applesauce, that's going to help you begin flexing and exercising that muscle that allows you to receive. Write down what you receive, trust it, and take action. Now, also, I'm being told to tell you to do a session, right, when you start, just where you don't ask for nothing. You don't ask anything. You just go and you're silent, and then note in a journal what you receive. And then after you're done, then go over it, dissect it with your guides handy to tell you what this means or break it down, right? But then the next time you do it, I'm being told to tell you to go into it with questions and then sit in silence with your deep breathing without any expectation of what you're going to receive, just expecting to receive. No expectation of how, just expecting to receive. And then note what you receive, okay? I'm being told to tell you there's a fairy on your shoulder. Are you listening? And I'm receiving over here. And so it's what's happening over here is that I'm feeling the frequency change a bit. It's not ringing, it just feels different. And as that's happening, I'm feeling like a pain right here, right there in the chest. What's that all about? So I'm hearing you are being guided, but you aren't really communicating in a way to where you're allowing yourself to really receive. So let me know if you've noticed anything, just anything over here in the hearing area, just any of this area, right? Have you noticed anything? Because what I'm being told is there's a fairy on your shoulder that communicates with you. But what spirit is saying is, are you listening? And I'm kind of chuckling because it's like I'm seeing this fairy like kind of jumping up and down, attempting to get your attention. And if you think in terms of, I don't know if you remember the movie, The Incredible Shrinking Woman. I love that movie as a kid. But anyways, it's coming through like the fairy's so little. It's like how when she was so little, attempting to get the attention of a regular sized person, it's kind of coming through in that energy like, hey, I'm here. I'm guiding you. Hey, pay attention to me, right? I'm just being told this fairy never leaves your side. It's time for you to start listening. Also, what I'm being told is the fairy is here to also direct you on how to have more joy in life. It's really about you connecting to your belief system. And it's really, the emphasis is on your, because what spirit is saying is that, and that was really weird. I saw like when we're in Zoom, there's a chat box that pops up and there was a message, but that doesn't happen here. So that was not happening here. It was a vision. So as spirit was saying, you paying attention to your, right? Your really tapping into your energy, your beliefs. It's coming through like how that message popped up as I was delivering and I was speaking, right? Spirit is saying as you're speaking your truth, others may attempt to shut you down or impose their beliefs on you. But it's about you allowing yourself to quiet the noise over here so you can listen to the guidance over here. And I'm being told to pull a card for you. So spirit, this is for Phyllis. Oh, look at that. Okay, look, it literally fell like that. And look what this is. It is 7 chakra archangel Ari. I was about to say Ariel, you guys. Ariel and Uriel together. There's no coincidence, Phyllis. So Ariel and Uriel, look up Archangel Uriel and Archangel Ariel and do a little research on both of them. But what spirit is saying is it's your crown chakra, that being open to receive, right? Being open to receive, because you are able, you are capable, but there is something that is blocking. And I'm literally seeing it like your crown is open, right? And it's like there's a filter over it, right? But the filter, the holes are so small that not much gets through, right? Not much gets through. It's not that it's not coming in, it's not being poured there, but that filter is a block that you're being called to heal and release, right? It's just like they're like, it's here, it's happening, but that filter is preventing the connection from being made fully. And I'm being told to tell you, sit back and contemplate your history. And as that's coming through, spirit is saying, just think back, allow yourself to connect to the first time you received a message from spirit. Go all the way back in your childhood and connect. Just really just sit down. You know, if you haven't created an ancestor altar, if you haven't created a sacred space of any kind that resonates with you or how you're guided to create it, do so, right? Do so and have that be your sacred space. It can be a corner in your house, in your room, wherever, but just where you utilize that as sacred, and that's where you connect, right? Make sure you cleanse it, smudge it often. You can even get a bell, you know, as a way to cleanse the energy, eliminate any low vibrating energies, and just allow yourself to connect and receive, right? When you go to that sacred space and you ask those questions, just expect to receive the answers, because you will, right? But don't stress or overthink it. Also release any stress in your life or any stressful people like that. Like without second thought, release it. And spirit is saying, you know exactly who it is. Like, right? This isn't just like a future message. This is like right now in your life today. There are two stressful people that you're being called to love from a distance. Okay. And that is your message. So thank you so much, Phyllis, for allowing me to serve you. Please let me know how it resonated. Now let's see. Oh, Lacey said, thank you so much. You are such a gift. Thank you, Lacey. Thank you. She said, wow, Nahkila, you are dead on with everything. He is so overwhelmed with gratitude right now. We both are. That was his first message ever, and it really gave him so much needed hope. Well, I appreciate you both. And thank you, CJ, for allowing me to serve you. I'm extremely grateful. I don't know why I'm feeling emotional. It's just beautiful. I'm glad that you were able to receive it. And I'm just excited for you to move into that direction of creating those shifts that came through. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see. Phyllis said, Charmaine said, Nahkila, I think you missed my comment. I paid as well. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Charmaine. I really did miss it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Did I miss anybody else? Phyllis said, yes, ma'am. And I apologize, Charmaine. Phyllis said, that's confirmation to what Spirit showed me. True, very true. And see, that's because you get the messages. Phyllis said, okay, wow. Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Yes. I have noticed a lot of times I feel something on my right shoulder. Phyllis said, yes, absolutely. Wow. Phyllis said, yes, so true. Absolutely going to release those people. Awesome. I'm really glad you know who they are because Spirit said you'll know. A general for Charmaine. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So let's see. Okay, awesome, awesome. So Naja, you're next, then Coretta, then Charmaine. Okay, so thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And Cheryl, I know that you're on. Will you please help me to keep track? So we're about to do Naja now, then Coretta, then Charmaine. Thank you so much. Phyllis said, yay, I'm penciled on. You're in the zone. No worries. Awesome. Thank you, Charmaine. And Phyllis said, thank you so much, Nahkila. Everything you said was confirmation. I thought it was Oshun and Yamaya around me. Thank you so much for speaking into my life. You are so welcome. Thank you for inviting me in. I appreciate it. You called on me. Your soul called mine. And here we are doing it together again. So, and if your readings, whoever is getting a reading today, when it resonates, if you don't mind, there's a link in the description box of every video that leads you to the Spiritual Awakening with AshworthScott Life Sculpting page on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, will you please leave a review? And Lacey, I know that CJ's not, I believe, is he on Facebook? I know your message earlier. If not, if you feel led to type his review from yours, if he feels open to that, no pressure, you guys, but if you feel led to do so, it would be appreciated. So, okay. So Naja, and Naja, you said a general, right? So, and I'm hearing the song, Oh Happy Day. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you, Cheryl. So we have Naja, and you know what? I have it right here, so no worries. Naja, Coretta, and then Charmaine. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for Naja? So I'm hearing sing your song, right? And specifically your song, right? I'm hearing sing like a bird, fly like an eagle, dance as if no one's watching. I'm hearing do you, boo, live your life. And I'm hearing I'm living my best life. Yeah, yeah. I'm living my best life. Made a couple ends. That literally, okay, that's where they stop. Then they said, with my friends. So what message do you have for Naja today? Your lower chakras, the solar plexus, but more so the sacral. There's some blocked energy there. And if you aren't ready to do a healing session with Jillian, You can do some lower body movement, some sensual dance, winding, and just really like placing your hand on those chakras and just allowing yourself to wind and release, right? I'm also being told to tell you squats. Now, specifically, what I was saying first are those squats where you're on your knees and you squat down and come up, not where you're standing on your feet, but Spirit is saying you can do that as well. And as you go down, seeing yourself releasing, right? This energy that's stuck in these two lower chakras. What's going on with the heart chakra? I'm hearing a heartache, a heartbreak that she still carries with her. It's time for you to release that major broken heart, because it's hindering how you see the world. It's hindering your ability to trust. But more than your ability to trust others, I'm receiving not just like others in the world, but also spirit, but more than anything, yourself, right? Also, what I'm being told to tell you is stop beating yourself up with that energy of, oh, I'm so stupid, or, oh, I was so stupid, And this is coming through as, in general, shifting that concept of making mistakes, right? Specifically, when you are in your lesson or learning, you seem to view it or feel as though you made a mistake, right? And Spirit is saying that you're hindering your own growth by looking at life in that way. You also have sugar on your feet, is what I'm being told. Okay, this is so weird, but I'm going to say it. I just heard foot model fan page, and it's literally coming through as like pictures of your feet being on a site of some sort where people are paying to see your feet. And it's nothing sexual for you, at least. It's just, and you don't know what they're, but it's just literally people are paying to see your feet. I don't know how that resonates with you, but let me know, because I'm curious now. And I'm being told to tell you to get off the back page and get on the front line. And so what Spirit is saying is you've been hiding in the shadows, right? You've been hiding in the shadows. You haven't been making your presence known. And it's time. Also, your self-esteem took a hit when you experienced that major heartbreak. It's time for you to get back to you, right? And that whole living my best life, all of that, Spirit is saying that's where you're being called to be. And what I'm receiving is you're stepping into that energy, right? You're slowly but surely making shifts into that energy where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to do me. I'm just going to focus on me. I deserve this. I deserve to be happy, right? And Spirit is saying go all the way with it, right? Don't shortchange yourself, right? As you are feeling that energy of abundance and happiness, allow yourself to build on that, right? That feeling of deservingness. It's time for you to know that you are worthy, right? And that special someone is right around the corner. But right now, you are to focus on you. Anyone that you encounter right now is not the one. It's time to focus on you. I just keep hearing you have memories of a broken heart. It's time to reprogram your beliefs about you and also discover why you attracted, I'm hearing, a cheater and a liar. Why did you believe that was all you deserved? The red signs were there. You always get red flags of people in general. Like, and it's coming through that I sound like, I don't know. It just was weird how when I heard how I just said that, it felt weird. But it's because like there's this energy that's coming through. Like, yeah, we all get red flags, right? But no, Spirit is saying your red flags are stronger, right? Like it's just stronger. It's a part of your gift, right? It's a part of your gift. You get red flags on everything. Spirit is like, your red flags come, like the bull, it's like in your face, but you still ignore it a lot of times. And it's coming through like you like to give people the benefit of the doubt. And Spirit is like, give that to yourself. Trust and know that those red flags are being shown for a reason. It's Spirit redirecting you out of harm's way, right? Out of harm's way, because you are not being called to relearn or learn unnecessary lessons, right? You're just not. There's certain things that you've already learned, right? And overcome in that learning capacity. So what Spirit is saying is now it's time to move on and to reaping the rewards from that. But it's really coming through that it's time to heal from the broken heart. And I'm hearing the song, Stop in the name of love before you break my heart, think it over. I'm hearing that playing. I'm hearing you have children that depend on you. So watch what you do, watch what you say and what you do, particularly about yourself. Now, I don't know if you have your own children or what, but that's the message that's coming through. You have children that are depending on you. I don't know if it's your children or it's children in your family that look up to you. That's not being revealed to me, but that message specifically came through. And there's also people watching you when you don't know you're being watched. Like you don't know you're being watched, but people are looking up to you as an example, right? And Spirit is saying it's not about the pressure, right? It's not for you to feel pressured into being something for them. It's more or less you just being aware, right? And there's this energy of sometimes what you can't do for self, you'll do for others. And if that's what it takes for you to allow yourself to be in this new energy until you get to the point of it 100% being for you, then roll with it, ride with it, right? Big Bird, what's that about? I just heard the tall yellow man is not for you. I don't know if you've met him yet or if he's coming, but that's not the one. I'm being told the person that's for you, you know them. Like you haven't met them in this realm, but you know them, right? When you meet them, it's going to be like this instant. I'm hearing this instant attraction, but what Spirit is saying, it's not going to be like in that lustful sense. It's just going to be like that heartstring that connects yours to theirs. It's like you're going to feel it, right? You're going to feel it. And your partner is not going to be what you expected as far as, you know, your idea of who your mate would be. And you said a general. I don't know why Spirit is focusing on love for you today, but let's pull a card and see what we get for you, okay? This is for Naja, Spirit. What message do you have for Naja? Please deliver one that is rooted in highest like love and truth and serves her eyes good. What you got for Naja? I believe I must have did jingles in a past life or something because I'm always singing low jingles. Okay, so you have financial constraints and community. Don't allow your financial constraints to prevent you from connecting to, with, I'm hearing from and for the community that serves your highest good. It's time for you to pour into yourself. And I'm receiving, you know, like local events that serves your soul, right? Invest in that, right? It's time for you to begin doing the healing work because this right here is a reflection of the lack of this, right? The lack of this. So notice how this is. It looks like golden, a party, a celebration, right? Also, there's that number 7 again. But then when you look at this, look at that. It's not aligned, right? Also, what I'm being told to tell you is you can't do this alone. So trust those that Spirit has placed in your path to do exactly what they're called to do, right? Trust yourself to activate your discernment to know who those individuals are and then move towards them. Also, I'm hearing sisterhood. It's about building and creating a sisterhood. Don't shut down or shut yourself out or shut others out. When I'm hearing when the going gets tough or when things feel out of line or out of whack, this is when it's time for you to really grab hold of your community. And then I'm hearing that song, You're My Angel. That song is playing. So just look at the earth angels that Spirit has placed in your path. Ask Spirit to reveal them to you and to guide you into your next steps. I'm being told to tell you, don't even worry about this. We're just going to throw that card away. We're throwing it away. We're claiming different, right? We're claiming different. Allow the abundance to overflow. Also, thank you for bringing it back. Get out in nature, right? Get out in nature because nature is filled with abundance. And when you can surround yourself by the abundance of nature, I'm also hearing of Mother Earth, it will help you to feel that abundance within, right? And being told to tell you don't have to have money to have a good time. There's so many ways to enjoy a good time without spending a dime. I'm just being told to tell you, focus on seeing your finances as an endless supply. I kid you not. I've shared how, I circulate. What I put out comes back to me multiplied tenfolds, right? Think of the circulation process. It goes out, it comes back. It's a circle, right? But then also, I recently started seeing my finances as the fish and the loaves of bread, that Bible story. And literally, whatever I circulate out, I see my basket is never empty. So it's like before, when we think of circulating, we see it go out and there's that emptiness until it comes in multiplied, right? But if we see ourselves as soon as it goes out, bam, it's already there. And then bam, it comes back in, right? That's how I'm being told to tell you to see your finances. Anything else? I was told, no, that's it. So, Naja, that is your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And please let me know how it resonates. Thank you. Let's see. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lacey said, yes, a lot of emotions over here, girl. We were both in tears listening to the message and still are very emotional. I'm sure we'll be for a while. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Naja said, OMG, Nahkila, the foot thing I did a year ago, I contemplated sometimes, really? Because I'm like, okay, this is super random, Spirit, but I'm going to say it because this is like super random, super specific. So thank you for confirming. Well, you're being told. I mean, and I just said you're right about the red flags. I'm getting myself in order. A secret, I be making YouTube videos for myself, but I never post them. It's time. Everybody go subscribe to Naja. Let's support our sister. Naja said, thank you so much. I feel so much better. You are so welcome. And thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And if you feel led to do a review on the Facebook page, Spiritual Awakening with AshworthScott Life Sculpting, please do. Like I said, the link is in the description box of every video. So thank you. I'm so glad because literally I'm like, okay, this is real specific with super random, Spirit. So where we going with this? Sugar on the feet. I had no clue. I'm just like, sugar on the feet. Okay, nacho cheese, but more nachos on your cheese. So yeah, awesome. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. That's so funny. It's so funny. So, Coretta, you are next. Now, did you have a question or were you doing a general? And I am disconnecting from Naja's energy and connecting to Coretta's energy. General. Okay, awesome. Awesome sauce. Spirit, what message do you have for Coretta? More water. I'm hearing more water, please. Drink more water. I'm also being told to tell you, get some plants and make sure you water them. That was for Coretta, right? That wasn't you telling me to drink more water, right? Okay, no, Spirit said it was for you. But I felt the thirst, so I could get that message for you. It's also time for you to cleanse your home, do a thorough smudging of your home. It's time for you to release that energy that you just let go. I'm also hearing like a person that was in your space. It's time to release the energy they left behind. And you're being called to get deeper into your spirituality, deeper into your journey. You're actually being called to go into the next phase, the next step. You've kind of been keeping yourself stuck and stagnant, but it's coming through more as a fear of not being accepted, right? Because you know deep inside how powerful your gifts are, how deep they go, right? Even if you're like, connect to your soul and ask to be shown, right? Connect. It's powerful. And so there's a part of you that's fearing. I'm hearing the unknown, but it's not the unknown in like life's experiences. It's the unknown in whether or not you'll be accepted, right? And so what Spirit is telling me to tell you is that those that love you will accept you, right? They'll grow with you, right? And those that are not meant to continue on, they'll fall off. And it's okay. Be okay with not everyone staying the course with you. I'm being told to tell you to eat a little bit healthier. you haven't been taking care of your physical vessel, and Spirit is saying it's time for you to start doing that. Start eating a little healthier, specifically more leafy greens, more foods that are yellow. And this is to feed your heart chakra and your solar plexus, right? Because what you'll be doing is building that strength, I'm hearing, around and within your heart that allows you to accept those that exit, right? Accept their exit without feeling that intense pain that can hinder you, right? And then also feeding your solar plexus helps you to be in your power, to allow what comes and what goes to just flow. I'm hearing that song, I Got Love on My Mind. That song's playing. What's that all about? Why is that all about? What's that? What's going on? And the song's playing again, and they're saying self-love, that is. It's time to love yourself more. And then when they said that, they said, open the door to self-love. Take it to the next level. And now I'm hearing Beyonce, I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. That's playing. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to strip down. Literally, get you a full-length mirror. Don't go in the bathroom where the mirror is only counter high, right? Get you a full mirror. If you don't have one, you can get one from Walmart or Ross, real inexpensive, right? Get a full mirror, strip down. And with each article of clothing that you take off, see yourself as peeling away and releasing a layer, right? A layer of false belief, false self-belief, right? Just release it. Drop it to the earth, right? Of course, it's in your room or bathroom, wherever. I specifically heard in your room. But release it. Just drop it to the earth, right? As it falls to your floor, just feel you giving that energy that no longer serves you to Mother Earth with gratitude to transmute into a love, light energy that fulfills your soul, right? And then just stand in the mirror and just admire yourself, right? First, look at your temple. And then go beyond, right? Each place you look, see what's behind it. So as you look at the top of your head, notice the top of your head, but then allow yourself to see your crown chakra, right? Don't have any expectation of what it's going to look like. Just whatever it looks like, right? See it for what it is. Then go down to your third eye, right? Same. First see your forehead and then go beyond and see your third eye. Do the same to your ears, right? Whatever representation that you see associated with your ear chakras, your throat, just go down all your chakras, right? And then allow yourself to go from admiring your physical form to admiring what's within, right? And then as you're admiring what's within, allow yourself to just see and feel this light shining out, right? Just see the light. Let it do what it's going to do, right? And then pay attention to how you're feeling on the inside, right? Create this energetic whirlwind that starts at your root chakra and just allow it to generate up throughout your body. And then feel your energy becoming powered up. So you'll feel like this glow energy throughout your whole body. Now you may watch this again so you can get all those steps, and then journal what you experience, right? Journal what you experience and be open to receive a message from Spirit as you're admiring yourself in the mirror. And do this regularly, like once or twice a week. Do this exercise, right? Spirit is saying it's time for you to get more in an energy of self-love. You also are here to teach others how to love themselves, right? And the reason why Spirit is saying more, deeper, is because you began that journey of self-love, but there's still more, right? There's still more to go to get to the next phase, right? So you've overcome a lot of challenges and you've put yourself in a position of an elevated state of growth, right? But Spirit is saying now you're kind of just there. And I'm hearing wobble, like wobbling there, just kind of there. And Spirit said, oh, it's time to move on up. And I did hear the Moving On Up song start playing. Anything else, Coretta? I'm being told to ask you, how often do you pray and how often do you praise your... Oh, you guys, excuse me. My son's school is calling. 1 second. I apologize. Hello? 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 Huh. Okay, guys. Coretta, I apologize. Let me check to make sure that he's okay and they're not calling me to come pick him up. And if they are, what I'll do is, Charmaine, if you're okay with it, I'll do your reading inside of our group if they are calling me to come and get Samaj. And then Coretta, what I'll do if they are is I will get back on and finish your reading later, okay? So I apologize. Thank you for bearing with me. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Sherman. Spirit just said, pull a charm while I'm waiting. Go away. Hi, Amy. I am Nahkila Lee. I am Samaj's mom, and I just received a call from the school. Okay. I don't know either, but thank you so much. Yeah, when I picked up, no one said anything. I'll reach out to Samaj to make sure. I know. No worries, no worries. He had a nosebleed earlier, and so I thought possibly it was pertaining to that. But I'll reach out to him and see what's going on. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Have a great day. Okay, so let me check with my son. He won't be able to pick up on the bus if he's on the bus. So yes, you guys, my name is Nahkila Isha Lee. That's me. That's the song my mom used to sing to me. Nahkila Isha Lee. That's me. Let's see. And it really could have just been the school had a message. Sometimes they do have a message. That could have been what it was. And with him having the nosebleed and me being in the midst of a reading, I didn't even ask Spirit what was going on. I'm just like, let me call and make sure. I was going to say the baby, but this boy is about to be 17 and he makes me look like a shrimp, but he's still my baby. Make sure the baby's okay. See if I can reach him anyway. Thank you so much, Pat. He's okay. Spirit said he's fine. It's just, hey, honey, you on the bus? Okay, love you. Okay. Yeah. See, I didn't check in beforehand, but then Spirit's like, it's not dealing with Samaj. It's just a regular school message. So yeah, he's about to get on the bus. He sounds fine. Okay. So thank you all for your patience. You know, this is real life. Life happens. We real folks, real parents, real kids with real noses that was bleeding. So let's see. So I'm gonna reconnect. And Charmaine, I'll still do yours here. He's totally okay. So I'm gonna reconnect with Coretta. Spirit, bring back the messages that you have for Coretta, please. So now I'm hearing in vogue. Spirit said, tell Coretta, hold on to your love. You've got to hold on. Okay, so now they're singing the words, but it's being flipped a little. Ooh, the first mistake was instead of I wanted too much time, I gave too much time. They wanted me morning, noon, and night, right? And so it's coming through as like the world is pulling from you, but it's specifically create balance. It's time to allow yourself to receive, right? To not always be the giver. It's also time to embrace your own divinity. So as you do this exercise, it'll help you to do that, right? And to start journaling specifically on how you feel each day, right? Start journaling specifically on how you feel each day and allow yourself to take note of what's happening, what you're thinking when you're feeling a little bit lower, right? I was just told to tell you, take a time out and sit down somewhere and breathe. That's exactly how they said. So I'm being told to tell you to start meditating more. Meditate twice a day at least. You're embarking on a journey that's going to require you to show up on a deeper level. They're just telling me self-love queen. You're going to be the self-love queen before this is all over. People are going to be looking to you for tips and pointers. And you're going to be so ironclad in your teachings, in your movements, that they're going to flock to you. So it's time for you to prepare yourself for this energy exchange. It's also time, I'm hearing, to not be burnt out and to create balance. Now I'm hearing giving him something he can feel, but instead of giving him something he can feel, I'm hearing giving them something they can feel, to let them know that the love is real. Create a course, a DIY course that embarks on self-love, the self-love journey. So right now you're in school. You just graduated and Spirit saying it's time to go to the next grade. Summer is over. That's what it feels like. Like you've been in that period of summer vacation, right? You accomplished one level and you've been sitting in summertime just kind of frolicking, and Spirit is like, okay, school start. It's time to get back to work. Next level, right? Next level. You're about to graduate soon. And then when you graduate, you'll be teaching the next level. Okay. You also have patience. Have patience with yourself. Have patience with the divine. Pull from the top. Financial constraints. This is coming up again. It's coming up again. Why? Pull from the bottom to explain the why. The thinking woman. You've been overthinking. You've been overthinking your financial status. You've been overthinking, how can I make more? How can I do more? And Spirit is saying it's time for you to be guided, but it's also time for you to have patience. So what I'm receiving, it's almost like the lack of patience. Why am I forming an R sound? Because that's not what I'm hearing. The lack of patience. I'm hearing create, but then I was feeling an R. Tell me that later. So the lack of patience is single-handedly creating the financial constraints, because in the lack of patience, you're not able to hear Spirit's voice. You're not able to receive Spirit's guidance. Now I'm receiving, you may not necessarily hear a voice, right? But that just means however Spirit is guiding you, right? It blocks you from receiving, which then hinders your growth and progress because you're not able to be guided. And so Spirit is saying is understanding that divine order, that divine timing that came through earlier, is that everything happens according to divine timing. So if you can sit back and trust and just wait for, listen to, and take action based on the guidance you're receiving without overthinking it, this will help to improve things financially, because you do have abundance in your future. And Spirit is saying it doesn't have to be in your future. It can be in your now. And I'm being told to pull from the bottom again. And you have all tied up. So it's like the energy of abundance. It's all tied up in your current energy of overthinking, your current energy of thought. Also, what Spirit is saying is to shift your view of money. Again, seeing it as an energy and there being an infinite supply. This will help. And now I'm being told to go from the middle right here and on the left. And you have third chakra, Archangel Shamuel. Spirit is saying, get in your power. And all of that golden energy is also a representation of abundance. So let's just look at these cards for a minute. Let's just look at these cards for a minute. Here, you have that golden energy right there next to that clock. Even the clock is golden. You have the golden energy here. Even in this financial constraints, there's still that golden energy there, right? And even with this overthinking, there's still golden energy in there, right? And even with being all tied up, there's still some golden energy, right? So what Spirit is saying is your power is always there. It's just about you tapping into it, right? And through you tapping into your power, you're able to create the shift in all areas, specifically right now, finances, right? And your vehicle to that shift is going to be that self-love, right? That self-love. And one more, door to personal healing and happiness. Your guides are with you. They're showing you the way and they're telling you, just step through the door. Just step through the door. Step through the door. That's all. Step through the door, right? Don't look back. Don't overthink, don't overanalyze, don't judge. Then they said, don't overjudge. And they said, don't judge at all. Just step through the door. Step through the door with the expectation of hope, right? Hope, hope, hope. What does hope mean to you, right? What does hope mean to you? It's promise, right? It's bright future, right? It's love and support and not going without, right? It's abundance through and through, right? Faith, have faith, step through the door, do the work. You got this. And they just said, we're here with you. We are guiding you. So allow it. I asked, was there anything else? They said, no, that's it. So that is your, okay. I'm being told to show you the bottom. The thinking man. Oh my goodness. You got the thinking woman and the thinking man. So you've been doing some serious overthinking about things. And they're telling me to tell you, let it go. And also the number 10. So what they're saying is it's time for a new beginning. Look here. You got the number 10. So you got 10 twice. You got 7 and 7. Got 11. This came up earlier. Got the number 11. And then you have 4 and 5, which represents the divine order, right? So you have 4 and 5, letting you know everything's happening according to divine timing and divine order. That 11 is reminding you that message we got earlier, how, you know, it's all up to you. You're creating like what you're thinking, right? That overthinking, what you're thinking is going directly to the divine. So make sure you're mindful of your thoughts. And then that 7 is spirit is telling you you're doing a good job. Just keep going, right? You've done a great job. Just keep going. Don't stop here. And then that 10 is the ending of cycles and moving into new beginnings. So that is your message. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you, Coretta. Please let me know how it resonates. Thank you. Let's see. Lacey said, CJ is a Pisces Aquarius. His birthday is 2/28/1976. I'm 2/28/1977. Hey, birthday twin. Awesome. I'm 2/28/77. That's so awesome. Pat said, hey, Cheryl, how you doing, sis? How you doing? And, oh, wait, that wasn't Wendy Williams. That was Tyler Perry. How you doing? That's the Wendy Williams. Let's see. She'll say, hi, sweetie. I'm doing great. How are you? Let's see. Charmaine said, yes, that's fine. Okay. Pat said, praying everything is okay. Yes, thank you. He is great. Pat said, that's a beautiful name. I didn't realize that was your birth name. I thought you gave yourself that name. Nope. Nahkila Isha Lee. That's me. Nahkila means Queen of Beauty. Isha means life. And well, Lee is just my father's last name. Pat said, glad to hear all is well. Thank you so much. Pat said, this self-love message is resonating with me too, sis. Awesome. I'm grateful. Coretta said, wow, thank you. I do a lot of overthinking. Self-love message is a double confirmation. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. And Charmaine, you were next, but really quick, let me go into this because Spirit said, ooh, my face is greasy today. I'm a greasy pineapple. So anyways, I crack me up sometimes, you guys. I was the only child for 8 years. So, well, okay, now I'm rambling, but I'm going to get the ramble out and then we're going to get back to business. So technically 7 years because my dad had my middle sister, Ashley, when I was 7, but she didn't live in the home with me. So I always say 8 because my brother was born when I was 8. So I was at home as an only child, entertaining myself, and I've become really good at it. And I carry it with me to this day. That's why I'm so corny. So anyways, we got the turtle, you guys, as our message when I was on the phone waiting, and Spirit said to pull a charm. And what I'm receiving from this is slow and steady wins the race, right? So oftentimes, and I'll be the first to tell you, when I started this journey, oh my goodness, I was like a crackhead. I wasn't sleeping. I even remember doing this thing where I commanded my body to sleep, but my mind was still on because I knew I had to get up. I literally stayed up all night and I was researching and studying and my body was asleep. So when I woke up, body woke up because my mind was woke. I felt rested. It was the most amazing thing. But that was so not balanced because I was so thirsty, right? And then oftentimes I find where people are like, okay, what's next? Where are we going? What are we doing, right? And we overlook certain things on this journey. And so Spirit is like, slow down, right? Slow down. Just relax. It's happening. Just be in flow. Do what you're guided to do, right? And then when we talk about that whole pause, right? Well, sometimes we pause to get a drink of water, or we pause to enjoy the scenery, or there might be a little jewel over in the grass hidden, but if we're going like the hare, we miss it. And so spirit's like just trucking along, right? It may seem like we're veering off path to the naked eye, but really we're guided. Spirit's like, go over there and take a peek. Oh, there's this beautiful amethyst, right? Let me go grab that and take that with me, because that's going to help build my connection, right? And then we keep going, slow and steady, right? Slow and steady. And what we're doing at this point is we're just enjoying the journey. We're not even worried about a finish line. We're just enjoying the journey. And so Spirit is saying slow and steady wins the race. Enjoy the journey, right? Enjoy it. So that was our message. So let's see. Oh, Coretta said, I've been dreaming about turtles. Awesome. Look up the turtle as a spirit animal and see what you receive and see how that resonates. Pat said, I love your sense of humor. Sometimes I crack myself up too. Well, I'm glad that I am not alone. I'm in great company. Great company. So this is for Charmaine. Oh, you know what? This whole time, I had no idea there was a magnet back here. No idea. I just heard good things will come to you when you least expect it. That's just for all of us. But now I'm connecting to Charmaine's energy. And Charmaine, were you doing a general today? Did you tell me if it was general? Or did you have a question? I'm just waiting. Okay, general. Thank you. Okay, Spirit, what message do you have for Charmaine? Okay, so I just heard you want all the smoke, clear the smoke. And then you're definitely in a period of heavy release, right? What I'm feeling right now is like just a release in my back, like just tension, just being released, right? I'm feeling this period of relaxation coming over me, right? And it's literally, I'm hearing in the spine and in the shoulders, right? So what that's telling me is that you are releasing some heavy things that have weighed you down or stressed you out from your past, right? There is a major release happening. Now, as I say that, I start to feel it's like it's coming around into my stomach, and it's right in the middle of the solar plexus and the sacral. You're no longer playing the sideline. You're now putting yourself into the game of life, the game of service, right? You're ready. And I'm hearing slowly but surely beginning to see yourself as the way you are. I'm being told to tell you too to smudge yourself. And I'm also being told to tell you, if you're not doing it daily, to do it daily. Look at that Tuesday tips and tools video again, where I walk you through the smudge and protection. Spirit is saying do that every day. You are definitely stepping into a new level of your journey, specifically with readings. You're being called to do more readings. You're being called to, I'm hearing, take that offering more serious, right? More seriously. You have been given the time necessary to prepare, and now you're there. So what Spirit is telling me is, I'm hearing emerge and submerge yourself into this aspect of your calling, you'll get the next step to the next layer of your calling. So start there. Start with the readings. And I'm hearing start in the group. Start going through randomly selecting and giving readings. And it's always a yes for me. You can always do a reading for me. And you'll get feedback from not just me, but the whole soul family. So, And I'm being told to tell you now that you have your runes, do a combination of runes and card readings. But now what I'm receiving is you will lean more towards card readings, but what Spirit would like you to do is to also do readings without tools, right? Just totally allow yourself to receive. And they literally said that is specifically how we'd like you to do it when practicing in the group. It's time to start flexing and building that muscle so that you can get in that place of confidence where you're not relying on a tool. You just use it when you feel led or when you choose to, right? But you feel strong and solid in being able to serve without tools. What's going on with this energy I'm feeling in the heart chakra? Oh, Spirit just saying it's just a little bit of nerves, but you'll push past it, release it, you'll push past it. It's just a little bit of nerves. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Just a little bit of nerves, but it's happy nerves because you're ready. And they just say, yep, she's ready. I know you're ready too. They've been said that. You were born ready, actually. You know that. But you have done enough work to put yourself in a position to push past. I heard the fear, but now they're saying not just regarding this because there's no fear. It's like the fear in life. Whatever fear comes up, you have achieved that level of being able to push past or do it in spite of. And what I'm being told to tell you is you have been doing a great job. You've been doing a phenomenal job taking time to yourself, not disconnecting, allowing yourself, even when you're in hermit mode, to continue with the healing, to continue with the releasing, and to continue being present. And they're saying that it's time for your efforts and your energies to be acknowledged. And now you're ready to serve in a serious way, right? In a serious way. To make this part of the way that you earn. What I heard was to make this a part of the way I heard you earn and then a way of earning potential, right? So you're ready to now serve and have it be work for you, you know, like joy, of course, but work, like where you're ready to embrace your calling. Also, I'm being told it's time for a vacation, a mini vacation, a romantic vacation. No baby, just you and your husband. It can be a quick weekend getaway, but just where the two of you are able to have some time to self, reconnecting, strengthening your bond, and really remembering all the reasons you fell in love with one another. Okay, I just heard it's really important. Do that within the next 2 months. At first, I thought they were about to say 2 weeks, and they just said you could be very spontaneous and do it in 2 weeks, but don't let it be past the next 2 months, right? As early as 2 weeks, no longer than 2 months. Why they couldn't just say that? And I'm hearing spring chicken. What is that about? Spring chicken. What's that? In the spring, something significant is going to happen in your life. And then I just heard, "Bok, bok, bok." Don't be afraid. Flow with it. Okay. I just checked to make sure I was hearing what I was hearing. I heard also you're being called to change your eating and become vegan. Even if you start with a vegan month, eventually you will be full on vegan. But the chicken had nothing to do with that message. And they just told me, tell Charmaine we've been waiting for her to remember. Welcome home. Now it's time for you to expand your energies and connect deeper with your ancestors of highest light and love. You also have some guardian angels, and it's coming through as like guardian angels, like those protective angels, not like, oh, I have a guardian angel that guides me, but like those guardian angels, they stand on guard to protect your energy, right? It's time for you to begin connecting with them and utilizing them to help you extend and shed protection to others, right? Also, this is another part of your gift. You have a power to extend protection over others. So connect with spirit, meditate on that, and explore that. And let me know what you receive in the group. Let me know what you get because I'm curious. I just heard work your magic, girl. It's all about abundance and love, abundance, love, and light. I heard for you and with you. That's what you stand for. You always stood for that. And so now that you're embracing yourself, your inner divinity, your power has increased. Get grounded, get grounded. And I'm being told you in a different way, right? In a different way. Not just necessarily going outside, standing on the earth in that way, but in a different way. And I'm receiving mud baths. I don't know if you've thought about a mud bath, if you're near a place where they do mud baths. Also, hot springs is coming up. If you're able to visit a hot spring, that would be really good and grounding for your soul and spirit. And connect to nature. And again, the fairies are coming through. Not necessarily that you have any on your shoulder, but I'm seeing like mushrooms, and they're like red top mushrooms. And I'm almost saying like the fairies connecting to them allows you to go into a different dimension that has more of a, I'm hearing the word Disney, more of a fantasy type of, feel to it, right? Connecting to your inner child too, making sure that you don't forget to do that as you go into your next levels. Okay, I'm being told to pull a card for you. Smudge your home and your space as well, but specifically continue to smudge you daily and protect you daily and extend that protection. You've seen the video, I'm sure. If not, watch it and start implementing that and allow spirit to guide you on whatever to add to that. But as you're moving into this energy, it's important that you're shifting into your protection and cleansing and shielding as a non-negotiable. Do I take both? No, just that one. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I like that. I was told the one on the top, just the one, and the one on bottom. Okay, so you got the caring connections and you have goddess of the moon. So this is just speaking about creating that energy of remembering, right? Remembering why you and your husband fell in love and just creating that newness amongst you, right? But also what spirit is saying is you create that in your home, and within what's going to happen is you're going to be attracting these caring connections and those you're called to serve. You're also going to notice that opportunities seem to just magically appear for you, right? Now, the goddess of the moon is coming through to not only speak of moon ceremonies that you may or may not choose to create, but it will help to, I'm hearing hinder the blocks, right? It'll help to release. It'll help to grow. It'll help to elevate and expand. And also this speaks of you trusting your intuition, right? But what spirit is saying, it also speaks to your gifts growing, your psychic gifts growing. So to just accept it, acknowledge it. And I'm receiving that you do acknowledge you've experienced growth and but spirit is saying it's grown even more than what you've acknowledged. So it doesn't make you unhumble. I'm literally hearing unhumble, not humble, if you acknowledge just how advanced your gifts have become, right? This is going to help you as you're serving. And your ascended masters are with you. Also look up the number 7. Now notice the smoke is still going, like it hasn't it's actually, I don't know if you can see, but it actually is like really strong right now. I'm being told 2 things. Number 1, they're really stressing the cleansing and protecting. And then 2, they're saying not just of your body, but your home too, like regularly doing that. But then also what they're telling me is, bring it back, please. Okay, thank you. I was hearing the power of love and then they brought it back. But what they're telling me is, energies are around you, right? And you may not see energies in the form of a being, right? That looks like, oh, that's a man standing at the foot of my bed. But you may more notice just energy, right? You may start to see spirits in the form of energy if you haven't already, right? Anything else for Charmaine? Pull from the bottom. Do I shuffle? Okay. You have indecision. It's time for you to make a decision whether or not you are going to remain in the current energy or allow yourself to embrace your power and move into the next step. And I'm receiving, you've already chosen. You're moving into the next step. Fearlessly. They just said without fear. You're ready. You are ready. You are ready. And I'm being told to tell you every day, tell yourself that in the mirror. You are ready. And then say, I am ready, right? So allow your higher self to speak. You are ready. And then I am ready, right? Like an echo. Repeat it. Do it every day for the next 2 months, every day without fail for the next 2 months. And then watch how your energy shifts, how your vibration shifts, and also how your gifts increase. 2 months. Take note, journal, and then share, go live or type in the group and let us know how that's going for you. I'm hearing how it's faring. How it's faring for you. I don't know what era they're from. How it's faring for you. Let us know. And I just asked, was there anything else? And they said, nope, that's it. So that is your message, Charmaine. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And let me see, because I can tell you've been typing. So let's see. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you. Charmaine said, yes, my back has been feeling lighter day by day, more comfortable, and I feel very relaxed, very sleepy most days. Smudge daily. Yes, Spirit, I stopped, but it is required. And I picked up my runes again last night. I keep putting them down, but I get so many messages with them and symbols. I'm ready to practice. Yes. And that, I don't know if I said that, but that's what I was also receiving, that the runes are going to be something that you begin using most often for your own benefit, although you will incorporate them in reading. So that's great that you were saying that. Charmaine said, yes, OMG, how resonating. I love the runes cards, but the tunes give me a whole vibe. My goal is to intuitively read without divination. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Alata, how are you? Charmaine said, LOL, Spirit knows the vibe. We require some bonding time and see us as something more than mom and dad. Yes. Charmaine said, I'm thinking that's when my husband will promote and we will move out of California. Awesome, awesome. I'm hearing somewhere slower and something closer to nature. It serves you. Charmaine said, but I love seafood. Okay, day by day. I got this. Yes, I feel at home now. I love my guides. My ancestors are strong this week. So here's the thing. You'll do it when you're ready, right? And you'd be surprised how much you can have that, once you get in the groove, you don't miss it. Check out some of the videos. I have a playlist on here called My Vegan Yummers, and I made some fried fish, some vegan fish. I've made calamari. You can have just about anything you have vegan as when you weren't vegan, right? And as the more you are vegan, your taste buds change, and you're like, "Ooh, this tastes just like whatever it is." And then vegan people that aren't will be like, "You're tripping," but you won't notice. So again, Spirit just saying eventually. So do it at your own pace, no pressure. Just as you're manifesting being the best version of you, Spirit is saying that's a part of it for you. It may not be for everyone, but it is for you. So Charmaine said, hot springs. I'll look into that for the small vacation. Last night, I felt a spirit behind me, and in my ear, I smudged my entire home and myself. It felt better. Awesome. Yes, I have seen spirits and energy, but I thought my prescription was expiring from my eyes. No, that's so funny. No, it wasn't your prescription. You're seeing spirits. So I'm glad. Thank you for confirming that. Cheryl said, sounds British. Charmaine said, thank you, Nahkila. Thank you, Spirit. Beautiful as always. Perfect message as always. Honey, you can come in. You don't have to stand at the door. My son just came home and he's just standing there. We're doing Empower Hour, honey. He knows when I'm in session, whether it's a one-on-one session or whether it's group session, like he can't be all up in the midst because it's confidential, so yeah. So awesome. And let's see, I don't know if anyone else sent for a reading. If not, then we will go ahead. Charmaine said I was eyeballing that vegan fish video. There's another one I'll be posting soon. I made it was supposed to be ramen, like coconut curry ramen, but I thickened the sauce a little bit. So it wasn't necessarily ramen, but it was really good. And this tofu I made, oh my gosh, it was good. It was good. So yes. And they even have like a vegan shrimp that's like so realistic, it's not even funny. So there's a lot of stuff. Just start kind of go on Pinterest and start kind of looking around, like the stuff that you normally like to eat. Search for vegan recipes with whatever it is that you normally like, And then even if when you start the journey, if you decide to be pescatarian first, but just let Spirit guide you. Like Spirit said, there's no pressure there. It's just that eventually that's where you're going to go. So just start researching different things so you can get an idea of recipes, and Pinterest is the best. They have so many different recipes. Okay, awesome. Alata said, I want one. Okay. Well, Kessler, you want Alata? You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. And do you have a question or are you doing a general? Okay. I sent for myself and one other person if there's anyone who would like one. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to have yours today be the last one. And then what I'll do is the donation reading. The first person on will get the free mini reading where they can ask a question. And then what we'll do is have the second person on get the free card pull, okay, next week. So that's what we'll do, because I'll have you be the last one today. So next week, the first person on, you'll be the one to where instead of it being like where I just pull a card and you get a message, you'll be able to ask a question, and you'll be the first one to get your reading when we get into the mini reading section next week, okay? So does that make sense? So first person on, instead of getting the free pool where I just give you a general, you'll be the first one to get a mini reading where you can ask a question. And then the second person on will be the one to actually get the card, the one we usually do in the beginning. Okay. Thank you so much, Alata. That's super generous of you. And you said a general. Okay. And y'all remind me too. Okay. Next week, remind me. If you first be like, remember, I get that donated reading. Okay. Remember, just remind me. Instantly, Spirit's telling me to go to your third eye. What's that all about? Go to the third eye. Go to the third eye. And I'm hearing Third Eye Blind. Isn't that a group, Third Eye Blind? A singing group? What's that all about? You've been closing your eyes to messages you've been receiving. I'm hearing it's time for you to put your head on swivel and be aware of all things. Also, you've been acting normal again. Normal. Kind of been enjoying just being in that normal energy. A lot that you know you're well beyond normal. At least the world standard of normal. It's time for you to really be connected to your normal. And there's no pressure or no direction on what to do or how to do that. Not today. It's just about being in flow with your version of normal. So I'm also hearing you've also been a little stressed out about money concerns, but not in the way as usual, not in the way as normal. What's with this normal thing? Why is that coming up so much? Normal. You keep stressing normal. What is that? I'm being told to tell you to freeze and take a breather. It's time for you to do a reset, a major reset. Spiritual bath, nature walk, grounding. And they're showing me you sitting your butt on the ground. And what's going on with my throat? It feels like it's closing a little. I'm being told it's also time for you to start speaking to young women, but they're not telling me like, as in, oh, you're going to now start speaking to young women regularly. They're telling me like there's a specific opportunity or an event that you're being called to speak at, right? And they're saying it's a yes, right? Whether it's already, I'm hearing occurred, like been presented to you, or whether or not it's coming. If you're given an opportunity to speak to young women, it's a yes. It's a definite yes. And through your service is where you feel the most normal, but you serve so, I'm hearing so smooth and eagerly that it doesn't even feel like serving to you. And it's funny that they're saying that because I know how you felt in the past about, your calling, right? And so it's coming through like, it's such a smooth connection to who you are that you don't even realize it's serving. So that concept of serving, it's different, but that's exactly what you're doing. And Spirit is saying, this is how serving is meant to be for you. That is your normal. Creating your own concept of what serving looks like. But definitely when you get the opportunity to speak to these young women, take it. It's not only going to open up their souls, but it's going to open up yours too. And I'm hearing it's also creating doors and windows of opportunity, not just for you, but for them too. You have so much to tell, so much wisdom to give. And you're kind of just sitting on it, right? It's like, I'm seeing it like piling up, piling up. You're sitting on it, it's piling up, right? Until you reach that point of explosion. And Spirit just said, reel it in, right? So what Spirit is saying is don't wait until it reaches that point of explosion, but the explosion isn't coming through as a bad thing, right? When we think of something exploding, But what Spirit is saying is when you get to the point of exploding, the energy feels more forceful, right? And so Spirit is saying that not everyone can handle you. I'm hearing in your full power at 100 proof, right? And it's not like 100 proof isn't coming through like, oh, don't speak the truth at all times. That's not it. It's more like when you're in that energy of aggressive energy, right? They're using all of these words, but then they're like, it's not what it seems like. It's not aggressive like it's just like it's powerful, it's in your face, it's let's do this, right? So Spirit is saying reel it in, because there are times where that forceful energy will be necessary, but there are times where that smooth, gentle approach will also be what serves. And so what Spirit is saying is if you allow yourself to get into I'm hearing your new normal, and begin just serving in your capacity that's comfortable and normal to you, that period of explosion will be more like an epiphany that happens within, which will fuel your ability to gauge who to serve and how to serve them. So one person may require some tough love or some in your face, and someone else may require that slow and steady, nurturing, mothering type. And you'll be able to give both as opposed to just being in one lane on one level. What's going on with the heart chakra? What's that? Is that a lot this? So I'm being told it's time for you to feel the pain and release it. There's still some things from your past that you haven't fully, I'm hearing, felt or allowed yourself to feel, and you haven't fully released it. It's time. And literally, I'm feeling it all up in the heart chakra, but I'm also feeling like as I'm feeling it, it's almost like the solar plexus feels empty, right? It's like all the energy is here, and it's like your solar plexus has been feeding energy to your heart chakra to help you to release it. But Spirit is saying it's time for you to take a moment to acknowledge it, right? To acknowledge it, and then to connect to it, and then just release it, right? And as I'm saying that, Spirit is saying activating your magic. I'm hearing Black girl magic, but activating your magic so that you are able to begin that process again, right? And as they're saying begin that process again, they're saying again as in the pause that was taken, right? And then also the next level, the next layer. So again, when you do a cycle and then you begin again, right? So that's what Spirit is saying. It's time for you to begin that process again. And as I'm saying that, I literally felt some movement in the solar plexus, but it almost felt like a flip. And that's telling me like flipping the script, things are changing, right? Things are changing. The energy is shifting. Things in your life are shifting. And so you're being called to be prepared for it, right? By preparing yourself energetically and making sure you're not holding on to anything from the past that can hinder you. And it's not like you're holding on, right? It's more like it's all up in here. It's all up in this energy field of yours. So it's time to release it. And I'm hearing this little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. I'm being told to tell you, be the burning bush that brings wisdom in the time of darkness. The bush that never dies. And as they're showing me the burning bush, they're saying, although the bush is burning, it's forever green, right? It's forever green. So when we think in terms of fire destroying, Spirit is saying, that's not what it's doing. It's that internal light, right? It's that internal light, letting it shine, letting it shine. And also I'm being told a bush is non-threatening, right? When we think of a tree, sometimes it can feel overwhelming, but a bush, it provides us with all the essentials that a tree can provide us with, but yet it feels comfortable and inviting, right? Non-intimidating. You're the bush. Be the bush. What message do you have for Alata Spirit? Ooh, what message do you have for Alata Spirit? Ooh, man holding a heart. Now you've been getting this love message. Dating and having fun message. Door. We keep getting this, like this is the third time. Door to personal healing and happiness. Again, the door is open. And we have the number 7. Spirit is saying, good job. Now here's the next level. This next level, the door is open. Walk through it. Walk through it. Rainbows and butterflies is what I just heard. Rainbows and butterflies. It's time for you to experience the joys out of life that you were destined to receive, the journey you were destined to fulfill. the reward you were destined to reap. This is a life that you chose, and you chose it in all its glory, right? Including the glorious abundance at the end of this cycle. So allow yourself to open that door and just receive it. And as I'm saying that, the heart it's calming a little bit, right? So I'm being told to tell you to breathe, right? And really focus on calming your energy. Because what I'm feeling is I'm hearing your voice and I'm hearing a calm, but on the inside, I'm feeling like a bunch of like movement, right? Like just thoughts and just movement. The energy is just moving and it's kind of like racing like that, right? And so Spirit is saying to just focus on the calm, bring the calm in, bring the calm in. And yeah, you got this. You got this. Everything that's required, everything that's necessary, it is yours. You have it. Just call on it. Call it in. And I'm saying like fishing, like reel it in. Just bring it to you. Everyone that's here to help you is willing. So don't be afraid to ask for the help that you deserve. I heard desire and deserve. And I'm being told to look on the bottom. Goddess of the moon, follow your intuition. And again, you got the number 7 twice, the number 9 and the number 7 twice. So look up 977, 977. And the middle, which one, left or right? And you also have community, a lot that you've been getting this message a lot. It's time to come back. It's time. And then one more, left or right? Left, right here. Oh, and look, door to value. Door to value. So you have 2 doors that are open. One is your personal healing and happiness. One is your abundance, your financial abundance. So I just heard it's time for you to step back into the light. And I literally heard, Carol Ann, step into the light, Carol Ann. But they said, step back into the light. You've been acting as a shade tree, shielding others, right? And now it's time for you to retreat and go back in and serve you. Serve you in that next level, that next phase. Okay, I'm being told to put these back and then shuffle again and give you one last card and a charm. This is for Alata Spirit. What else you got for? What other message do you have for Alata Spirit? And we're going to go on the bottom when you tell me to stop. Okay, just tell me when. Keep going. I like how that almost came out. Right there. Ha, look at that. Door to personal healing and happiness. The time is now. Come back, step into the light, Carol Ann. That's what I keep hearing. Okay, now I'm gonna pull a charm for you. For Alata Spirit. What message do you have for Alata in the charm? The bone. What does this represent? The bone. And I just heard knick knack, patty whack, give a dog a bone. And then this one stood out too, and Spirit said to grab it. It's the peace symbol. So the bone and the peace. Tell me what the bone symbolizes. I'm hearing your ancestors are waiting for you to call on them. Also, it's time for you to realize you have no bones to pick. Let go of any anger that may be buried in your soul, right? There are a few people that may have bones to pick with you out of jealousy, and just ignore it. You see that meme where it says, I'm not arguing with nobody, you know, you got that. That's what's coming through, right? As you begin to elevate even more, you may notice that people just have these random bones to pick. And Spirit's just like, let them pick those bones on their own, right? And we're not tug of warring over a wishbone. You just do you. I heard do you, boo. Anything else? Nope, that's it. That is your message, Alata. Thank you so much for allowing me to serve you. And please let me know how it resonates. And then also, again, so Alata donated a reading today, but hey, Anitra, how are you? Welcome, welcome. If you were, I believe you just got on, make sure you watch the replay if you feel led to do so. So again, Alata donated a reading. So the first person on next week for Empower Hour will receive that donated reading as the first person when we start the mini reads. And then the second person on next week will be the one that receives the usual card pull that we usually do, okay? So just remind me when you're the first person on, just remind me, and then, we'll do it that way. Alata said, I understand everything said here. Wow, these cards are so synchronized. awesome. And what did I, okay, see y'all, I'm feeling real silly right now. It's probably because I'm hungry. I don't feel it. Like I don't feel hungry, but I know I am hungry. Does that make sense? When I'm serving, I don't feel it, but I am. Now I'm starting to sound like a crazy person, huh? But anyways, that song, everything is awesome, everything is cool when you work as a team, that started playing in my head. My son was so irritated when we went to see the Lego movie, and I kid you not, probably for about 3 years, I sang that song all the time. He'd be like, can you stop? At first he was singing it with me. 3 years later, he's like, no, we're done here. So yeah. I decided to start back drinking my lime water. I kind of stopped for a while because of the enamel. Just gave it a little bit of a break because one time I had so much lime, my mom was like, that's not water, that's lime juice with a little bit of water splashed in it. And so let's see. Anitra said that makes sense. I don't feel hungry. Been meetings all day, but I know my body's ready to eat. Yeah, that's how. Thank you. I'm glad because that's exactly. It's like I don't feel hungry, but I know as soon as I'm done. I was over there looking at the tomatoes on the counter. Like even the tomatoes look good just to eat them by themselves. So yes, a lot that said I've been dealing with a personal situation that is in my higher good. I am grateful, however, because I choose to stay calm and aware, I think it normalized me. Okay. Yeah. Well, it makes sense why those messages were coming through as they were. Yeah. But we're ready to have you back whenever you're ready to join. So Pat said, too funny. We had the opposite. My son loved the Lego movie and sang the song forever, and I couldn't stand it. Oh, and so you guys, let me just tell you. So there was this, because we're speaking to sons now. I love to embarrass my children, right? And they're so used to me that they don't really get embarrassed. But there was this TikTok video, and the mom was doing the dance to WAP, and her boys were like, oh, will you stop? And then the dad got up and was doing this. And you would not have expected it. They looked like they probably lived in a log cabin in the South somewhere. Like you just wouldn't even expect that they were listening to WAP from, the look, don't judge a book by its cover. So my son, I was saying something to him, and I was like, did you watch the video? And he was like, no. I was like, watch it, because it's something that I would totally do to you when I sing. So anyways, I don't remember what he was saying. I was like, if you keep on, I'm going to do the dance. And so I literally started doing the dance, and he's like, please stop. I'm not even looking. Please stop. But I love. That's like the best part of being a mom, is to like tease my kids and put them in positions where they just feel super like, my son literally asked me, why are you like this? He's like, why are you like this? I'm like, why am I enjoying life? I didn't get a chance to enjoy life from 6 until, I healed. So I'm enjoying every minute now. And I love to laugh. I'll be in the kitchen sometimes and I'll just start, I'm so silly, and I'll just do stuff. And he tries his hardest. And I say try because he don't really do it, but he tries his hardest not to break a smile. And then you see like a little him just shaking his head when he's about to smile. He just shakes his head. So yeah, we have fun. I can see if it's still in the thing where I shared it with the boys. I'm sure it is, because I don't believe I deleted our thread. So yes, I'll share it in the group. Or even I'll share it in the group. I don't know if I can share here. I'll share it in the group. But yeah, it's the funniest thing, and I laugh because that's something totally I would do. So yes, he does. He's like, why are you like this? The one time he's like, you just get weirder by the day. Well, I'm enjoying life though. So yeah. Let's see. A lot that said not wanting to mix emotions. I was fearful of what the future is bringing me because I kept thinking I'll lose it all, but I realized I wasn't acting in unwavering faith. Yes. And the thing I'm being told to tell you is that you're deserving. You're deserving, right? I'm curious to know with this. Oh, thanks, Pat. It's funny because I don't. Yeah, the boys would say it too. They would say it too. Samaj would be a little more hesitant to say it just because he chooses not to give me credit on anything, I'm like, where do you think you got your sense of humor from? I seen what Shirley said, and Samaj may admit it quicker when I'm not around. But yeah, a lot that I'm curious too to know, like, what is this opportunity with the speaking? If it's happened or when it does, let me know if it hasn't already. Pat said I do silly stuff too, and mine just shakes his head and walks away. Isn't it fun to just, it's fun. It's fun. It really is. It really is. Sometimes, I just feel we create our own joy, and life can be very boring living the same experience day in and day out. So every day it's like an adventure. It's like an adventure. That's why I used to love it when I was a sales manager at Ashley, because it's like every day was something new. It was never the same job twice. And I love that about that. And, so yeah, I like to live life that way. So, but that is, let's see, Alata said, you know what it is. I had a session with you a month ago and explained to you it's going to change my entire life for good. Wait, the speaking? Okay, the other part, I know what that is, the door to value part. I know that. You said the opportunity for speaking came to me. Someone asked if I'd speak with women who are coming home after being incarcerated. Okay, so yes. Did you say yes already? Because do it. So awesome. Awesome. I'm excited. You're so welcome, Cheryl. Thank you. And thank you for helping me today as the moderator and keeping everything in order. I appreciate it. Awesome. Alata. Awesome. I'm excited that you're going to take that opportunity, or that you've taken that opportunity. Awesome. And I'm just sending you love and light and just healing and just, allowing spirit to just go on and work through you, clearing up that throat chakra and just letting it flow. Pat said it is. We have to create fun. Yes, I tell him we don't have to go somewhere or pay for experiences. We can create our own. And what's so funny? With my son, we went to the Smoky Mountains. Was it last month? I can't remember. But we went to the Smoky Mountains and we just had a mommy Sunday. And it was actually a lot of fun. But if I just invite him to hang out with me, he won't. And he just recently made a friend here, which I'm really excited for him. And now he's working. So he's, he went from being home all the time, playing with his friends in Washington. I'm laughing because I was like, I'm actually really glad that you've made a friend and you don't just have virtual friends. And he goes, Mommy, they're not virtual friends. I really know them. They're my real friends. I said, well, what I mean is y'all communicate virtually, right? And so anyways, now him and this friend of his, they get together and they hang out and it's nice. And, I was like, okay, I'm feeling led to meet the parents. I'm like, is that weird? Because he's older now, so of course I went with what I felt. He's older, so when he was little, I always met the parents if they were going to hang out with someone. So I met the dad because the mom wasn't there, and yeah, it was great. It was great. I'm just excited for him. He's like, I made a friend and wasn't even focused on it. In fact, I was focused on not. I'm like, why? You scared you just might like it here? Because he's talking about moving back to Washington when he's 18, and I'm like, both my babies are gonna be far away. Because I see him and his girlfriend, they're moving to Santa Monica for their careers. They are being led, they better opportunities. And so I support them and, just shield them in protection and just have faith that spirit's got them. So, yeah. But, yes. Pat said, cancel, delete, have it. We get to create fun. Yes, most definitely. And so it is. So, yeah. But everyone, enjoy the rest of your day. I'm actually about to go to Whole Foods. I have a few things to grab there that Three Rivers doesn't have. And yeah, I'm grateful, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. And again, if any of you are ready to make that move and get to work, let's do it. Schedule your consultation. Let's do it. Thank you, Cheryl. You too. Pat said, yes, having real friends is good. Yes, meet the parents is yes. And because they're older. So it's like, but when I felt like doing, I'm like, that's spirit, because sometimes when they older is when it's real necessary. I mean, it's necessary all times, really, for different reasons, the older they get. So yeah, you're so welcome, Alata. I appreciate you too. Thank you. And you just said, great seeing you. Enjoy your day. You too, Anitra, great seeing you. And you enjoy your day too. And I noticed the connections that are being made. There's been a few requests to join the United Light Beings Awakening group. And there are people that are mutual friends with you. So Anitra, thank you for continuing to spread to spread your experience and to invite them to become a part of this community. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. So Pat said, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Nahkila. Love you guys. I love you too. And I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. Oh, and if this resonated, share the video. Post it on your Facebook. Share it and invite people to subscribe and watch, okay? Thank you so much. And I will talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.